Welcome to Comtrek. Welcome to Spooktober. We are on the first episode, and we've got... I'm sorry, folks. I think someone's at the door. Let me come take a look who it is. And oh, hey, it's Nick. I remember you from our Solo and Inception episode. What's up, Nick?
That's right. How's it going, man?
Right on. And Mike, we haven't seen you since last Halloween with American Werewolf in London and Dead Alive.
It was a good time.
Dude, what the hell are you guys doing here? I mean, I'm kind of in the middle of my Spooktober episode, but like...
well, we've got a movie for you to watch.
You do?
We sure do.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is it?
Cats
2019.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. I hate you guys.
Tim, my friend, you are about to get an experience unlike any other.
Oh, fuck. So, I guess
one thing that is, you were right about that. One thing is for certain, you will never forget it.
So I guess we're starting off with not a horror movie this Spooktober, but simply a horror. The horror. The horror. Help me. These guys are fucking crazy. They've hijacked my show, and now they're gonna start. Oh God, they're starting. But no, in all seriousness, you guys. I believe, Nick, you were the one who suggested we do this one.
I believe I was.
I feel like you owe me money now.
I was going to say, like... Well, you know what? It all depends on how you feel by the end of this. You're either going to thank me or you're going to want to hate me by the end of this.
Yeah, well, because I know you two, like both of you, actually love the film unironically, right?
Oh, love's a strong word.
Yeah, that's a strong word. You could, I mean... Here's the thing about me with this movie. I feel that this movie, to me, has the potential, for me anyway, to become something like The Room or Nicolas Cage's The Wicker Man, where you are watching something that is such a beautiful train wreck that you just cannot take your eyes off of it. It has the potential to become one of those midnight movies.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
and that's really how I feel about that. Again, love is a strong word, Tim.
Very strong.
And Mike, yeah. I know you actually are a fan of like the original,
Yep.
The original musical. So
I saw it when it was touring in my area way back when. This would have been like early 2000s, early to mid 2000s. I was probably in elementary or middle school.
Damn, you're a baby.
And my parents also, when we went to see it, we bought the DVD copy of the televised performance.
Right.
I've watched that plenty of times. It's a great time. You know, it's a lot of really, really good dancing, really great singing, and, you know, you just get lost in this weird, mysterious other world, and, well, the movie got certain things about being lost in a strange world, right?
See, the thing for me is that, like, I didn't know anything about this musical going in. The only thing I knew was, when I was a kid, there was that VHS tape of a filmed production of the Broadway show. I never watched it, but I used to see like trailers for it, and it scared the shit out of me.
That shit was nightmare fuel even before Toby Hooper came around.
Nightmare fuel. And fast forward to last year, when the first teaser trailer for this movie came out, and I was utterly speechless by what I saw. I could not believe with what I was watching in that teaser trailer. And again, all I knew about it was that it was a famous Broadway musical. It's one of the longest running Broadway musicals.
I think it's in the top 5 still, but I think Phantom still beat it out.
Phantom did? Okay.
Yeah. Because Phantom of the Opera, like that's
like the Broadway show.
That's a good musical.
That is a good musical.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say this is a good musical too. Apparently, people disagree. I actually, I've mentioned my novel on the show before, the werewolf novel. My second draft.
Are we gonna have like a little bit of self promotion here?
Well, a little bit.
Well, let's
the novel's
go for it.
Down the line.
Go for it, though.
But anyway, in the first conversation I wrote for my second draft, I actually decided to throw in a couple jabs at cats. Who knows if they'll make it past the second draft. But yeah, and You know, for me, if I'm not much mistaken, the trailer for this came out around the same time as one of the earlier trailers for A Wrinkle in Time. So I got a 1-2
another
punch
travesty.
about that.
Yeah.
And A Wrinkle in Time is like one of my
Oh.
personal favorite books. So I got a 1-2 punch of that, and I was at a convention at the time. So I saw both of those on my phone while I was just hanging out in the hotel room resting for a bit.
Boy,
It was a sad
that
time.
was man, that was a
Yikes.
Although, on the flip side, I was prepared for the Cats trailer because I had heard about it being in production since like 2 or 3 years before. This had been in production hell for a bit.
yeah.
I
yeah.
do remember that. I do remember like kind of going in through like history of this movie. I do remember at one point in the 90s, like Steven Spielberg's animation company at the time was like looking to do an animated version of
Emblemation,
this,
I
and-
think it was called.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, I guess as things do,
would've
just kind of fell
worked.
through.
It
would've,
would've
yeah.
worked.
Yeah, as like especially with like cell animation too.
Yeah. Oh, no,
Sure.
it would have been really cool. But yeah, when I heard, and this was like sometime in 2018, maybe even as early as 2017, they were saying we're gonna use digital fur. It was like, oh.
That's how you knew.
I was at first like, live action Cats.
Two
movie
words,
is weird.
digital fur.
So-
I mean,
So I know we're podcasting and shit, but the look on
know.
your fucking face.
I felt it, and I was like, it's a good look.
the,
I wish I had a
that
picture.
face was amazing. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, so I was following the production. So like a live action Cats movie, that's not gonna be good
No.
because there's no plot. There's no.
I was about to ask you, what is the plot?
Okay.
You watched the movie and you
I still don't know what the plot is. I've seen
say
it.
there's no plot. There is technically a plot, and I'm gonna write it down because I don't mind spoiling it.
Yeah,
the
go
plot
for
doesn't
it.
matter at all.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, this is actually a rarity because I have still not seen this
Yes.
movie.
grab your
I've been,
grab your drinks, folks.
Oh,
if you're
I've-
watching this with us,
I've
grab
already
your,
got my
yes.
drink. I've got Jack Daniels on me.
So, there is this tribe of cats called the Jellicle Cats.
I know that because they said it a billion
They
times.
say
in
it
the
a
movie.
billion times. They don't
Did-
explain what it means because it means nothing. It's just a special designation of cats. And when pressed, Andrew Lloyd Webber has said that all cats are Jellicle Cats, but we don't need to worry about that right now.
You sent yourself a book, right?
It's based off a book of poems,
Yeah,
Old Possum's
yeah.
Book of Practical Cats by
Right.
T.S. Eliot. So anyway, so all these cats, they get together for the Jellicle Ball. And at the Jellicle Ball, the big leader cat, the Old Deuteronomy, needs to make the Jellicle choice, which is basically the cat they pick to be killed and reincarnated.
Okay, right now my face is doing the thing with the black daughter explaining to her black mother meme right now. I am the black mother right now, underneath the blanket,
Yeah, I see
staring at you.
it. I see it. So
That's
she has to make the Jellicle choice. So most of the songs in the musical are all of these cats competing to be the Jellicle choice. They can go to the Heaviside Lair, which is basically Jellicle Cat Heaven, but it also like is a path to reincarnation. It's a little confused and they don't explain it. Not that they don't explain it very well. They don't explain it.
I was gonna say, is it even explained at all?
No.
Because like I'm vaguely remembering. I still don't. I mean, I vaguely remember this. Just like the only thing I really took out of it is that it's a bunch of cats just singing about how awesome they are.
Right. That's most of the musical. But there's also this bad cat, McCavity. He's played fantastically, actually, by Idris Elba.
I was gonna say,
I
this
think
is
he's
the
one of the
Idris
best,
Elba cat.
best choices in casting.
I don't know
there.
any of their names. I'm just saying. I'm just throughout the course of this. I'm just gonna say, oh, the Idris Elba cat, the
Right.
Taylor Swift cat, the
So
James
McCavity,
Corden cat.
he's just a dick. In the original musical, there's no reason for why he does what he does, but he kidnaps Old Deuteronomy. And then he brings Old Deuteronomy back, but it's not Old Deuteronomy, it's one of his flunkies, and there's this whole business. And then Mr. Mistopheles comes in, and then he gets Old Deuteronomy back using magic. And then Old Deuteronomy picks Grisabella, who was introduced a couple songs before,
Take
to
a
be the
drink,
Jellicle choice. She goes up to the Heaviside Lair, and the musical is over.
There is one. Speaking of the end, we won't give anything away yet for those of you that haven't seen this movie, namely Tim. There is a scene near the end of this movie that I cannot wait to see your reaction to it.
I'm kind of curious what you're referring to now.
The scene with Judi Dench.
Which one?
There's this end, but well, we won't. I mean,
Oh, do you mean the final number?
yes, the final
Oh,
number.
yeah.
Yes, the final
no,
number.
that does not translate to a movie at all.
Yes, the final number.
It works really well
I don't know
on
the name of the
stage.
song.
Believe me, it works really well on stage. But in a movie,
listening, please help me.
Well, you're already here, so.
Please help.
do I need to tighten the straps?
We're doing the Alex DeLarge
movie.
Clockwork Orange thing.
I don't want to watch
We're forcing him to watch
movie.
this.
Oh God. Well, that said,
I don't think we
Should
can
we-
delay anymore.
I don't think we can. I mean, there isn't too much we can say. I mean,
well, with that all said, should we start the movie then?
I think we ought to start the movie now.
I
Okay.
think yeah.
Well, folks,
There we go.
compose yourself, Tim.
Get ready, Tim.
For those of you who are watching back home, if you've got a copy of Cats, you've got it on digital, you've got it on Blu-ray, you've got it on streaming, you've found it on the internet somewhere. I don't really care, but we are going to start this nightmare in 3, 2, 1, click.
The old Universal logo, lulling you into
Okay.
a false sense of familiarity.
Well, at least,
Wouldn't it be great if the Universal logo like had some cat ears up the top of it?
That'd be adorable.
guys, can we, like, I really just, I don't know, like, can we just enjoy, like, a little bit of normalcy in the Universal logo here for just a little
like
We
bit?
little
have one
cat
more
ears
logo.
just kinda
No, 2 more
sprout.
logos.
Oh,
so you get a little bit
shit.
Of a preview.
I'm gonna need more Jack Daniels than this.
Working title films.
Oh, boy.
See, this breaks my heart seeing the Amblin Entertainment logo.
Oh,
At the beginning of
I
this. See, because I mean, I don't know how much Steven Spielberg was involved in this movie, or if he was at all.
Okay, we need the opening notes of this to hit right. So
Or,
we can.
okay, fair.
There we are.
Well,
That's
I
how
mean,
you know.
it looks normal enough
here
until... Oh, God, we're already descending into madness.
what a great way to start this musical off.
Oh, this is... Well, this is a little too perfect for Halloween, you guys. For Spooktober. Oh, God.
Slightly off key synth music.
Oh, God.
I remember seeing that in the trailer for the.
No. 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 Okay, for real, guys.
We're
Like,
not even 5 minutes in. By
we
the
are...
way.
Okay, actually, how long is this movie? It is an
It is
hour and 48 minutes. Or an hour and 49 minutes. We are 90 seconds in.
And they cut a song out of the musical.
Oh, God. This is going to be the longest hour and 50 minutes of my life.
I mean, I will say they let you know right away.
Yep,
Like,
you know what you're in for.
yes, exactly.
This music feels like The Shining, dude. No, seriously, doesn't it?
Yeah,
little bit.
I mean, well, the musical was written in the 80s. Synth was big.
Yeah, but the synth feels like it's a horror film. Like a legit scary ass movie. Oh my God.
He's Monkastrap,
Oh.
by the way. That's Monkastrap.
Oh my Jesus. So, I don't know if you guys read up on this, because even though I didn't see it yet, I still did my pre-read of the movie, as I always do before any show. But apparently, according to Taylor Swift, all the actors went to Cats. Oh, speak of the devil, and she
Actually,
shall
that's
appear.
Francesca Hayward.
Oh, is it?
I was about
She's
to.
a fantastic ballet dancer. And
I was
she
gonna
puts
say,
a
she's-
lot
I
of
mean,
good work into this.
Look, I mean, nothing against any of the actors in this
Oh, they're
movie. I mean,
fantastic.
exactly. I mean, and is this her first like big
First
role?
movie.
Oh, boy.
But she's been
Oh, that
plenty
poor
of
woman.
stage. It's gonna be very hard for me not to sing along.
See, I can't speak to that because I.
Oh man, dude. Because I heard from Taylor Swift that all the actors went to cat school for training, and it was basically a couple of the weeks
I
of
want
them.
to see behind the scenes footage of them filming this movie.
Yeah, apparently they were. It was like a couple of weeks, like a semi ballet school where they were all dancing and acting around like cats in barefoot, ballet pajamas. And Jesus Christ, what a red flag that is! It's literally red. This is all a red flag
And
here.
the start of the Jellicles. Here we go.
No. Mike, for real, is there a definition of jellicle?
No.
Okay, can you at least approximate a definition here?
No. It is literally a nonsense word. It sounds nice when you sing it. It's what matters.
No.
Okay, so here's the thing. Like, I don't think we're even 5 minutes into this movie, right?
We are exactly. We are 4 minutes.
Yeah, okay,
and
we're
15
not even at 5
seconds.
minutes. And if we were to start a drinking game where we took a shot every time they said the word Jellicle,
Oh,
we
dude,
would
are you
already
kidding
be
me? We're dead.
out. We'd be dead by like 30 minutes into this.
We'd have to be taking wine shots, sir, because if we were gonna do
So
like
let me
hard
ask you a
liquor,
question. So, is this the Jellicle song?
This is the Jellicle song.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
oh my god. Oh my god.
And again, I'm singing about how awesome cats are.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a sweetheart cat. Her name is Shuri, named after Princess Shuri of Wakanda. She's a wonderful cat. She loves everybody. I feel personally insulted by this movie as a cat owner now.
So, just to let you know, Shuri is only one of her 3 names. We'll get into that later.
Oh. God.
It's very 80s.
Oh, yeah.
It maintains that 80s, but dear God, it
That appearance.
Jesus. This is so weird because it looks like it. Okay, this is. I don't know if this is, because he directed Les Mis as well, which actually I really liked. I know a lot of people were mixed on it, but it's weird how both that movie and this movie still kind of maintains. Oh, there he is.
Idris.
But
Eyes.
they maintain that
The
limitations of setting in terms of the stage for the film.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even, like, attempt to be like, hey, we're doing it as a movie form.
Right.
We can really fuck around with the placements, and we can expand the dancing for the songs and expand it in ways that you can't do on a stage.
Right. I think the real big problem with this movie, and this is at the core of everything the movie does,
Yeah.
is it tries to be too real.
That's the thing. Like,
It's trying to be grounded and realistic, and that's not Cats.
but it's such a and it doesn't work with those tones because it's such a fantastical, like, whimsical experience. And so those two tones, like, just don't. Yep. Yep.
Oh, my God. And it's another weird thing
You mean
about
to pour
the
you another
settings.
drink, Tim?
I'm taking another drink right now. I'm gonna run out of my. I should have poured two glasses.
Probably
Made
should
it a
have.
little even more stronger.
Well, I did make my Jack and Coke very strong.
There we go.
But no, it's because like you were mentioning with the settings,
Yeah.
Mike, that it's weird because even though they kind of maintain the setting and they try to keep it realistic, what the fuck is it with the scale?
I
I
know,
just
right?
feel bad.
What is with the scale? Do they know how big cats are?
No, they don't. Clearly not.
I just
Like-
feel so bad for this actress Francesca Hayward that
I
this was her
know!
first.
And
this,
she is so
This
good.
is her, like, she's a ballet dancer, right? She's a classically trained ballet dancer, and this is her first movie.
And she's trying her hardest.
Of course.
You
Yeah.
look at her moving. Like, that is great performing.
She should have
And
stepped
she
to
has a
the
lovely
Broadway.
She has a lovely voice.
She does. Absolutely.
I just wish I could say she has a lovely face, but in here, nobody has a lovely
actually, I was
face.
There
surprised.
we are. There he is.
I did
Oh,
look
the
at,
eyes.
Um,
The eyes.
My eyes. I am that give of that fish from the SpongeBob SquarePants
I
movie.
feel like Patrick Star.
My eyes.
I feel like Patrick Star. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it.
but yeah, something that surprised me when I was looking at some behind-the-scenes footage, because I did find some.
Yeah.
Francesca Hayward is a person of color. I don't know exactly her origin, so I was a little surprised to find that out. A little weirded that they just kind of made her the white cat.
Yeah, she's the
But-
white cat.
What?
I know, that's a little weird.
Okay,
she's
now I really hate this movie.
I know, right? I mean,
Which
in
is
fairness,
kind.
And, okay, who is
the
this?
character
Who
Francesca
is this cat in
Hayward
the
is
top?
playing.
Who's
Oh.
this cat in the top hat?
Oh, that's Mr. Mistopheles.
Mr. Mistopheles. Okay.
Yeah. Francesca Hayward, her character
Yeah, what's her
is
name?
a character from
I don't
the
know the
musical.
names.
It's Victoria.
Oh, Victoria.
She's the
okay.
only one that has a normal name. And she is a white cat in the musical, so that's why she's a white cat here.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
not just because they didn't want to show her as a person of color, but it's still like, that's a liberty that you can take.
Yeah, you don't like, dude. It's an adaptation.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I forgot. They literally sing every line of dialogue.
This is yeah.
Yeah, the musical has no spoken dialogue. This has a little bit. They tossed some in. I don't like it at all. Shouldn't have been in the movie.
Oh boy. Well, if it's
I
part of the
it's
look,
coming from the same director who did the Les Mis film.
yeah, I mean, look, all right, if it
And that was sung all the way through. But
yes.
as far as I know, the musical for that is sung all the way through.
It is.
Yeah.
So like, if what you say is true, Mike, that it's all sung.
It's all sung in the
Like,
musical. So.
Well, like, all right, fine. And if the one guy who can probably pull it off, it's this guy because Les Mis.
He's fantastic.
But,
He's a good
actually,
director.
did you hear that both Anne Hathaway and Hugh Jackman passed on this movie?
I'm not surprised.
Possibly
they know what they're
wisely.
doing
Well,
with musicals.
No, apparently Anne Hathaway passed on it for a legit scheduling conflict.
Jackman
Sure.
was just like, no.
Hugh
Which-
Jackman was just like, "Look, I love you, man, but
I think he
nah."
Well,
you know what I
nah,
bet he was
bro.
thinking. You know what I bet he was thinking. He's like, "Look, I know what your approach is, and I've already had enough of a red flag with movie 43 where I had balls on my chin.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I'm not
no.
going with this
Oh
one."
no, movie 43. Oh god, I think this might be the movie 43 of musicals.
Yeah, probably.
That's actually a great way to put this. Kids,
Also-
Cats 2019 is the movie 43 of musicals.
In fairness to these actors, though, they weren't conned like the actors from movie 40.
That is, well, I
Oh.
mean, they weren't at first,
Well,
They weren't until the VFX people started to
Right.
step in.
right. And the VFX people, they did good work. The real problem came back to the designs. If you looked at the original production artwork, it's not pretty. I
Oh,
don't know how they
Jesus.
passed on it.
Really?
It's not pretty.
Like, it's actually worse than this.
Yeah, I
And
would say
seeing
so.
and I'll touch on something earlier that I kind of mentioned.
Yeah.
Seeing the Amblin Entertainment logo kind of broke my heart at the beginning
Right.
of this.
Because we could have gotten the Amblination version, but things
Because-
fell through. Just look
Again,
at
I don't
Francesca
know-
Hayward's movement. That is A+
She's
ballet
a-
performance.
yes.
Yeah, that
She's
right there.
amazing.
But unfortunately, there's a horrifying skin over it.
Exactly.
It's just like what's all around it. Yeah.
And the tail doesn't help.
No, it doesn't.
Also, Mr. Mistopheles was much gayer in the musical.
They actually toned it down in this movie?
Oh, they toned it down. Rum Tum Tugger was bi and was totally, and this is not intended. Like there's been talking with Andrew Lloyd Webber and stuff, but a lot of the actors who've played it said, yeah, I totally played up Rum Tum Tugger being bisexual and Mr. Mistopheles having a thing for him. But they gave the characters a case of the not gays, to quote Red Letter Media. And you're gonna see a relationship between Victoria and Mr. Mistopheles. It's just not needed. Because you don't really need them to have romantic relationships. That's not the point. So if they just ignored it, I would be fine. But they had to give Mr. Mistopheles a case of the not gays.
Yeah.
So to put it into context, in the DVD version, he pulls a rainbow scarf out of a hat, saying "Presto."
I think
He's
I remember
gay.
seeing that in the trailer.
Yeah, he's gay. Whether or not it was intended by Andrew Lloyd Webber doesn't matter. You pull a rainbow scarf out of a hat, saying "Presto," you're gay.
Especially in the 80s.
Right.
Oh my god. I'm just looking at this and
It's a disaster. And you can look,
You know
see
what's-
how things like their collars kind of float around a little bit.
I just
What scares
Okay.
me is that they have human hands.
I know, right? Ugh.
so
They have human hands and like
well apparently I think that when it was first released for the premiere,
Oh yeah, it was even worse.
it was even worse
'Cause it was
because
because he was
Finished.
putting fur on cats. I remember this. He was putting fur on cats like the week before the movie came out.
Well,
Or the week before the
Actually, no,
premiere, anyway.
not even the week before.
The
When
day
I heard it,
before.
the day
day
of.
the day.
Yeah, the day of.
Shit.
like
The day
they
of the
finished
premiere,
it.
they were finishing effects.
It was
Oh,
nuts.
there's
no.
Rebel Wilson cat.
This is the worst, well, second worst casting. I think Patton, not Pat. Is it Patton? No, it's not Patton
Oh,
Oswalt.
that poor
James
woman.
Corden. James Corden. he's
Patton
worse.
Oswalt in this movie probably would have been.
No, he would have been a bad choice too.
I mean, I love Patton Oswalt. But
Oh, that poor woman.
Well, in fairness,
Look, I have nothing against
the role is ruined because of her. the role was a lot more like traditional British kind of woman. Which you'll see a little more how they could that working later. But they turned it into
Tim's about to cough
Rebel
up a
Wilson.
hairball.
Oh god! Oh god! Stop making me think about Rebel Wilson's taint. Stop it.
And that's the problem. The
Stop
musical
it.
doesn't make you think of Jenny Anidot's taint.
Jesus Christ!
Did you see
guys.
this in theaters, Mike?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, I know you did
boy.
because
Yeah,
you
I
were
posted a
Okay,
picture
we're
of a
about to.
ticket.
Okay, by the way, what we're about to come up here is something you can't unsee.
No,
Like this is
one of the most
is
horrifying songs. in the
batshit
movie.
insane. What's about to go down right now. This is. I could not believe what I was
Okay,
watching.
guys, for real. Like, in
Okay.
all-
Oh, here we go. Okay, just
Oh shit!
here we go.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
They're little mice children.
What the fuck is that? Kill it!
See, this works in the musical because
Oh
they're
my
full size.
fuck! Oh my!
She just referenced eating children.
I'm gonna be sick.
Just wait. There's more.
Oh my god. Oh
There's more.
my god, those mice. This.
She got her hand cut.
Yes. Oh yeah, real fun. I'm
Hand
sorry, I can't get the
trap.
sight of those fucking mice out of my head. That is fucking terrifying.
There's more. Just wait.
There's worse.
Just you wait.
Go away! Cut away! Cut away from that shit.
Oh, don't worry. They actually have a bigger role in this movie than they did in the musical.
You're fucking kidding me.
They just show up every once in a while
Stop!
to creep you out. It's all right.
Jesus Christ! I was prepared for the cats. I was not prepared for the mice.
There's a little bit more you need to not be prepared for, so I'm
Are
excited.
you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Poor Rebel
And also,
Wilson.
the guy
I don't
who plays
have anything-
Monkestrat
I
is
don't-
perfect.
I don't
But
have
anyway.
anything against Rebel Wilson.
I
No.
kind of do because
I
the
like-
role was much better in the musical, and they ruined it to make it fit her shtick. But anyway, because she has a shtick, and I don't like it. And also, the music was dumbed down and made simpler so she could sing it properly.
No.
Oh yeah, it goes. It's a little more dynamic.
What's
It
her
goes up a
cat's
little bit
name?
more. Jenny Anydots.
Jenny.
Jenny Anydots.
Jenny. Any.
I'm not gonna remember any of these fucking
See,
names.
I don't because I just. Okay, there's more.
Oh, yep.
There's more.
Here it comes.
What? What the fuck?
They're Beatles.
Those aren't beetles. Those are roaches.
Whatever. She said they were Beatles, so I'm just going by the lyrics.
Those are roaches,
I think she
motherfucker.
says cockroaches, maybe.
This is
Yeah,
New York.
cockroaches.
This is New York. This is roaches.
Look-
What the fuck?
That's not even the worst of it.
What?
Jeez. And
What?
she
No.
zips off her
No.
skin.
No. What? Oh. Did I just take shrooms? Did you guys spike my drink or something? What the shit is going on? I feel like what's his name from The Hangover in the back of the cop car. What the fuck is going on?
And she eats another one.
They're all eating them. Why did they give them human faces? Why didn't they just... Why? Cut away! In fact, cut away from... Okay,
Cut to what?
anything! Anything! Cut to the other movie. Cut to another movie. Change the channel. I don't like this anymore. Okay, for real, guys. For real.
Yeah.
We need a safe
speechless.
word here.
Okay, here we are.
I feel like we need a safe word for me here.
Okay,
Because this
so
is...
this right
Speechless.
here-
Speechless. That's the
This
safe
is
word.
Rum Tum Tugger, right?
And this is Jason Derulo.
This song is ruined by him as well, because they wanted to play up that Rum Tum Tugger was indecisive, but the original song felt more like Rum Tum Tugger just didn't care, and therefore
Let's
had trouble
dance!
deciding as a result. So that's where you get the bi energy from, right? But this, he's just indecisive. Oh god.
Why?
And there's much less energy. If you look this, you can actually find all the songs from the musical on YouTube, which I highly recommend just to get
I'll
a
place
better
a link for
idea
you
of these
guys.
songs. This is much more high energy in the musical.
No. What the? What? Okay, for real. What are these sets? The scale makes no sense. I don't give a shit. Look, if you're going for realism, fine. But go all the fucking way with the scale. It makes no sense.
Also, just don't do realism with cats, seriously.
No, never do this ever again.
Also, what size are those playing cards, man?
Yeah, they're about the size of normal.
Nothing. Nothing adds up. The scale does not add up. Oh my god. Oh my eyes. Oh
All
my
right,
god.
how much do I owe you, Tim?
Jesus Christ.
Although I will say,
You're paying for my therapy pills, Nick. You know that?
I will say,
Jesus,
there is
I was the one that
song,
suggested it. I feel like it's on me in the end.
There is one song that is actually better in the movie than it is in the musical. So hold on for that.
Okay.
It still has a lot of the problems you have, but by that point, you should be numb to those problems. So you should be better able to accept.
Hey, isn't that the what are they? The Les twins? Is that it? Am
I don't know, actually.
Oh no, bad movie. Someone lock this damn movie and put it in a deep, dark kennel. You understand me? This belongs in a very, very dark and very inhumane kennel because I want to relaunch all the pain back at it. I can't.
Man,
Oh god.
Francesca Hayward deserves so much more.
Oh Jesus. No. Boo! Boo! Boo!
I should clarify, there are no puns in the stage musical.
Boo!
I'm sorry, I'm just going to be here to defend the stage musical against the assault.
Look,
of this
you can
movie.
defend the musical all you want. I'm not particularly a fan. I know that there are fans out there, including you. That's fine. That's great. Just never show me this ever again. Oh, God. That shot where they lift their tails up.
You mean like every shot?
Oh, fuck me.
God, these cats are so horny.
I mean, they are kind of. Yeah,
It looks like these
God.
cats
They're
are just
horny as
like
hell.
getting. I mean, like, just looks like these cats are just getting ready to fuck at like any time.
Well, just wait till you get to the Jellicle Ball halfway through.
I need
Oh,
more whiskey.
yeah, it's.
I need more whiskey. You guys, I can't. Well, how far are we in? We're 22 minutes in.
Yeah, about an hour 20 minutes.
20 minutes in. 22 minutes in. Oh my god. So, like, Mike, I know you went to go see it. Did you see this in theaters, Nick?
I did not see it in
Okay.
theaters. I saw it in quarantine.
So, that
Again,
said...
again, I've watched like I never would had quarantine not happened. I probably would have never seen this. But you
quarantine
know,
times are lonely, aren't
exactly. They're and it was a time when I wasn't doing any work. Like during that time,
Yep.
and I needed something to do, and I was like, because sometimes my curiosity gets the best of me with certain movies.
they? Well, in this
And my
case, you quite
curiosity
literally killed the cat.
Exactly.
So you're about to ask me something?
Yeah,
About seeing this in theaters?
You did.
how
You
did
said
you
did,
resist walking out?
So sorry, what was that?
How did you resist not walking out?
Well,
Because I honestly...
what I want to know is like, what were the other audience members' reactions?
so I watched it, I want to say, the week after it came out. So I think a lot of the audience probably knew what they were in for, if I had to guess.
sure, that
But
makes sense.
as for how I avoided walking out, I wanted to see how far this train wreck would go. Like, there were like, I've got 10 more songs to get through. How do they fuck up all of them?
It looks like now we're
And
introduced to Jennifer Hudson
Also,
Cat.
I will say, the actual sets, not how they're to scale with the characters, the actual sets, the way they're lit, very nice.
Yeah.
Put the characters in them and it makes no sense. But if the characters were gone, they'd look nice.
Ooh, can we watch that version? And can we also watch it maybe on mute?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
The music's okay.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
I think my
but-
former co-host Hannah said This is a great movie for blind people.
Yeah. Also, this is one of the better songs, regardless. Movie, musical, whatever.
I do know the main big song from this musical.
Yeah, Memory.
Yes.
But this is Grisabella, the glamour cat.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
And there is just so much emotion in it. And
because Jennifer Hudson's a wonderful talent.
Jennifer Hudson's doing playing the hell out of this.
And
role.
the thing is, it's like, you know, that like the way that they like film this is like, you can tell that they're going for like that Dreamgirls like,
Right.
part 2. This is going to be an Oscar nominated performance because it's Jennifer Hudson. She's giving it her all. Very excited to see her as Aretha Franklin, though. I'm very excited to see that movie.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
I'd rather think about that right now. Jesus Christ, you guys.
I seem to remember they put out a trailer for that Aretha Franklin movie with Jennifer Hudson like right after this movie came out, because I guess they saw the movie and they were like,
Quick,
fuck,
quick, get a preview now. Get a
and the
preview
movie's
out
like coming
now.
out like later this year or something like that. So it was like a full year at the time, I guess.
It's like her agent was like, get a fucking trailer out right now or we're suing because we need to maintain her image on this shit.
Also, it's
I mean-
worth mentioning they wrote a new song for this movie because they were probably chasing that best original song.
Oh, they
as well.
had. Of course they were.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing
They're
what Disney
so
did
pushing
with...
for an Oscar for this.
I know, right?
Well, I mean, it's kind of the same thing that, the Disney live-action remake of Beauty
Right.
and the Beast did. Like,
Well,
they had...
all have new music.
Yeah, they all have at least one extra song so they can chase the Oscar.
Exactly.
And also,
And
this
it's
was going
horse
to
shit.
be-
It's so manipulative.
This was going to be Taylor Swift's Oscar because she co-wrote the song with Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Oh.
So the idea was that
Does she
would
regret,
get
like...
2 chances at an Oscar, one for her performance and one for the original song.
Does Taylor Swift regret any of this?
I'm sure she regrets all of this.
Because I haven't seen any
I do
interviews
remember
of
James
this.
Corden and Rebel Wilson kind of making fun of this at this
Right.
year's Oscars or last year's Oscars.
Which I don't appreciate that they were making fun of the effects group because I mean, like, they're put up.
Yeah, they
on.
weren't too happy.
Oh,
Um,
dude. And can we actually... Okay, so, Mike...
Yeah.
I'm going to name call one of our old colleagues from BGSU where
right.
we both went. Hopefully he's listening out there because he's still one of the nicest people I've ever had the privilege to work with.
Yeah.
But you remember Nicholas Puhala?
Vaguely, I didn't interact with them as much as you did.
He was the VFX guy at our school, BGSU. One of the nicest and most charismatic
here we
people
go.
you've ever worked with. And he's now a visual effects
Here we go.
artist in Los Angeles. And I think about him working on something like this, along with thousands of other artists,
Yeah.
and just the absolute horror shows of the amount of labor that goes into it. Like,
Yeah.
you know how we tend to joke, like, some of the most brutal jobs these days are like Amazon warehouses?
Right.
Try
Right.
working a VFX job for a movie, especially a movie like this.
Yeah.
Because, I'll just shut up and kind of enjoy, like, quote unquote, and enjoy.
Enjoy it.
But
See,
why
now
don't
we've
you
got
guys?
James Corden, Cat.
So
and
this song was ruined because they reduced it all to a long fat joke. This song was originally supposed to be making fun of British high society. He's bragging about all the places he's eaten at, and then we see that
it seems
he, in
like
fact,
the
eats out of
recurring.
the dumpsters.
It seems like the recurring joke in this is that he is a fat cat.
Right. But they focus too much on the fat, and they don't have anything referencing that he's supposed to be like British aristocracy.
But why don't you guys talk a little bit about the horrendous conditions of the VFX artists for this movie? 'Cause
I don't know too much. But
I read
do
up on them,
know
and I'm like, Jesus
that
fuck. And I
the-
thought working on Sonic the Hedgehog was bad.
Oh yeah, that was bad too.
Well, before they changed the Sonic the Hedgehog design.
Right.
Well, they had to do it twice.
Yeah.
That's the horrible thing.
Yeah. And the company, the studio closed a couple months after. So
Well, that's
clearly-
usually what happens, nowadays. That's how businesses are. I'm actually curious. I hate to derail from the movie. I usually don't do that, but in this movie's case, I'm willing to make a fucking exception. Have you
definitely
guys-
for this song.
Have you guys seen the YouTube documentary Life After Pi?
No, I've heard about it.
All right. I'll put a link in the description for you guys. Yeah, if you guys want to see just how fucked the VFX industry is these days, give it a watch. It's like a 30-minute documentary. about how Life of Pi,
Life of Pi,
won the Oscar for Best Visual Effects while the company was declaring bankruptcy.
Wow.
And worse yet, Ang Lee did not thank the VFX artists when he got his Oscar, but he thanked all these other people. He got like a 90-minute or a 90-second full acceptance speech. They got cut off at the 45-second mark because
I remember that.
they
I
were
remember
protesting
That's
the
right.
horrible
Now that you
conditions.
talk about that, I remember that.
It's fucked up, dude.
I mean, I still have to see that documentary, but I remember this kind of vaguely happening.
VFX,
when Life of Pi came out.
VFX companies these days, it's horrible what happens
Yeah.
to the artists. Because the artists tend to be displaced every 4 or 5 months to chase movies. You know, because it's all about the tax ways. I'm here for
I feel
VFX
like I'm asking
rights.
this question a lot, but what's the James Corden's cat's name?
Busterfer Jones.
Busterfer Jones.
Uh,
I'm just calling them James Corden cat, Judi Dench cat,
well, I mean,
Jennifer Hudson cat.
That's the only way you can get through
That's
them.
all I'm
because
calling them.
So, just so you guys know, I'm not even approaching a Cats mega fan. Every single cat on screen has their own crazy-ass name, and I don't know all of them.
Well, Victoria seems like the only
She's the only normal name. Everyone else has a crazy name.
And it's weird how they get these big numbers to introduce them, and then they disappear from the movie.
Well, that's kind of the point. I'm okay with that because that's like kind of the point. You get a look at all these different kinds of cats, and
Nope.
that's what the musical's about. Is all these different kinds of cats.
Hey, look, it's a metaphor for the movie.
It's a metaphor for me watching this movie.
I don't want to
Just give me the garbage.
like, what do they have on these actors that made them do this?
No, honestly, I feel like they were honestly ready for it. Because like I said, it's the VFX artists that really made this the horror show. And I'm not dissing them. Please understand, I am so not dissing them.
No.
I am dissing the director for using that choice.
It seems like Tom Hooper is like the only person whose career is affected by this.
Well, yeah, because
That
the
should
other
be the
thing
case.
is that he.
Because I don't think it didn't seem as though Idris Elba's career is taking too big of a hit from this.
No, well, dude, he's in everything.
Exactly,
So who fucking
because Idris
cares?
Elba is in everything. So
Exactly. Who fucking cares?
James Corden's got this. James Corden's got his TV show.
As he said in the Fast.
Judi Dench is a legend. Ian McKellen's a legend. So
as he said in the Fast and Furious, I'm Black Superman. You got nothing on me. But yeah.
Side note: I would love to see a set by Idris Elba.
Dude, that'd be fucking sweet. But yeah, it's like I just look at Tom Hooper and I'm like, what the fuck were you thinking? Because he, like I said, this was
is
supposed.
an Oscar-winning director, by the way.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, like the whole joke is that this is the
even though that year The Social Network should have won, but anyway.
Sure, that's another
podcast.
But no, like, yeah, a lot of people are saying like he won the Oscar for the King's Speech, and then this is Satan coming back around to collect his end of the bargain.
So this is Mungo Jerry and Rumple Teaser. Their song was ruined by using an older version that the show opened with that was much improved by subsequent openings.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah. I do still like this version of the song. It's just not as good. Not as upbeat, bouncy, and fun.
We are such awesome and wonderful cats.
Like
Look at that sky! That color is beautiful! But then there's the cats in the foreground.
Are you telling me that, like, at no point while they were making this movie, there wasn't somebody, like, on the set that was like, hey, I'm starting to think that maybe... possibly this might not have been the best idea. Was there somebody that was just like, hey,
Well, Nick, you and I are filmmakers.
Yes.
Like, we've been on film sets.
Of course. Yes.
I feel like it's the same attitude we get whenever we're on a movie set. Like, we're working on shit and we're like, wait, we look at the script and like, wait, where did that come from, or how does this work? And and we're like, you know what, fuck it, we're here, it's a job, let's just do
Yes,
it.
Right.
of course.
Honestly, I think that's the same case there. Like, it's just people's jobs. Like, it's just another day at the office for them, and if it doesn't quite add up, well, you know, like, even in office jobs, there are decisions made in the office that do have catastrophic events, but it's, you know, on the top managers or the CEOs, and they're just like, whatever, and all the people that actually carry out those things are literally doing it just for the paycheck at the end of the day so they can go home to their families.
Okay, this
That's why I
terrified me.
imagine, that's why I kind of
Yeah.
imagine happened, you know, on this movie. We're like, all right, whatever, I guess it'll look better when it's all put together. It looks weird now, but hey, that's the nature of movie making, you know?
Right.
So I think that's what happened.
And I mean, when
Make
you
a good
see all
point.
these performers, these amazing performers, perfectly executing their choreography,
Yeah, exactly.
it's got to be magical in person, and not when you're seeing it played back and heavily
Yeah.
modified with.
Seriously, what the fuck is with the
CG.
scale? Look at these sets! What is with these fucking sets?
At least they're well made.
No!
The scale's off, but
The
they're-
scale is way
well
off. It's
made.
way too narrow. It looks like it's on the wrong lens.
well, the
I-
lens thing, that might be a legitimate issue.
Oh,
but-
God.
I don't have as much problem with the sets as other people do. I think they look great.
God,
to be
I
honest.
actually wish we had a camera on my face just because. I feel like I have permanent Billie Eilish face. You know that face where she was like, oh, this is hilarious, but ew, like.
Oh, is this, are you talking about her face like when she was at the Oscars or
Yes.
something like that?
I have
like
I have
watching
that
Eminem
face
show
permanent,
up for no
right?
reason?
Yeah, I think that's my face right now. Just this is hilarious, but ew. Oh God, no.
Oh no! Oh no! Not the vase!
Oh, who cares about the vase? I don't give a shit about the vase anymore. I just feel so horrible about. Oh God.
Okay, in the trailer, I remember this scene playing out in slow motion.
Yeah,
when they're
it
jumping on the
definitely did,
bed and the feathers are flowing all over the place. And I was, again, that teaser like fucking scared the shit out of me. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, what a waste!
Man, even the crashing of the vase looks crappy.
Well, yeah, that was probably one of the last CGI
Such
shots
a
they bothered to
beautiful
do,
vase.
because that was clearly CGI.
Yes, it was, and again, I just think about Nick and not you, Nick. The Nick
Right, the
Puhala.
other Nick.
There's
the other
too
Nick
many
we're
Nicks.
talking about. There's a lot of Nicks.
But yeah, I just think about Nick Puhala and all the really wonderful VFX, really nice people who had to work on this movie,
One mercy,
and those
though,
lost.
we don't see the dog that's chasing them. That is a mercy. If we saw that
Well,
dog, it would be ghastly.
I mean, I bet they're like, well, we don't really know what the scale is, so let's just
Right.
not show it, so we don't get more confusion, which doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. But
There
yeah,
they
I just
are pairing the characters together. Mr. Mistopheles should be gay.
I still just feel for all those poor artists.
I'm bitter at Mr. Mistopheles straight washing.
I'm bitter at the treatment. Have you really read about the
I've
the
looked
treatment?
into a lot of it. It is
They
terrible.
apparently again, it was all Tom Hooper's idea for it to be in this kind of format. And like you said, he used obsolete text, so they couldn't even have the proper material to make it look good. But even on top of that, they had approximately 4 months to do the entire movie.
It's an almost 2 hour, might have been 2 hour before they cut footage down.
Yeah.
For the final edit.
So they were going to do. Do you know how long it takes for a movie like this to be rendered?
Oh,
Like a
God,
full
not-
year.
Yeah, not like 4 months. Hell,
4
We get
months.
it. The recurring joke of this is James Corden's cat is fat.
Yeah, we get it. And so is
Also,
Rebel
the
Wilson.
subplot
Yahoo.
Of McCavity kidnapping the other cats is not in the musical.
It's just because I read that apparently these poor artists worked for the entire 4 months, 90-hour work weeks.
Yeah.
Sometimes sleeping in their offices half the time. And I believe even a couple of them had severe carpal tunnel from, lots of repeat stuff going on. And, like, you hear about all the horror stories in Amazon workhouses or, other work. Like, you don't really know horror until you've had to take up a VFX job in a crunch time like this. Like, and you know what's even more horrifying? Sonic the Hedgehog, when they had to redo it for that, they clearly had, product placement to help them out to pay for all that. Of course. This movie had no benefit for that.
Hence the Olive Garden jokes.
The Olive Garden, the
Zillow joke.
The Zillow,
yes.
Optical illusions.
Yeah, right.
And fucking, I think they even mentioned Amazon packaging and whatnot. It's
I just remember the Olive Garden was the most prevalent.
Oh yeah, no one's gonna forget that. No one's gonna fucking forget that ever. The fucking general at the end.
Here's a joke from the.
Have you tried their
kid from the government? Oh,
have you tried their
their never-ending basketball?
It never ends. Like,
when you're here, your family.
It's weird that I still kind of have a weird soft spot for that movie.
It's not that bad.
It's kind of
bad, but it's not that bad.
You know what I kind of see it as? It was the Space Jam of this generation.
I can see that.
Oh yeah,
like,
for sure. I can see people looking at Sonic the Hedgehog now and like being like that
super nostalgic,
being that formative movie for like kids of a certain generation, just like Space Jam was for us.
Exactly. Like it's like, look, it is a bad movie, but if you grew up if you were born in if
you were born in the right time and you saw it at the right time, it's one of those one of those movies you'll remember forever.
If you were born in circa 2000 and circa 2000 between that and 2010, you're totally allowed to like Sonic the Hedgehog, even when you're fucking 50, dude. Yeah, like that's the his. I always say Space Jam, we know it's a bad movie, but if you're a millennial, you're allowed to like it.
Of course.
With no repercussions.
I still love Space Jam.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's going to be an episode one of these days, I'll tell you what.
Yes.
That'd be fun.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's been on my mind forever.
I would just do a commentary track on the soundtrack to Space Jam alone.
Hell yeah, dude. Get up and slam, and welcome to the...
the Monica song in particular.
Oh, yeah. Well, I still get, pumped up. I still get more pumped up from the opening of Space Jam than any of these goddamn songs. Can we just stop the movie and just do Space Jam instead?
You're not allowed.
Space Jam. You're not allowed. We've already made it this far.
I don't want to look at it anymore.
But I don't think we've even made it halfway through yet.
Oh, Judy.
Okay, this is like the most we've checked on the timestamp in any episode I've ever done.
Yeah, we're not even halfway.
We are now 42 minutes in. Exactly 42 minutes in. Oh my god, that's like the fourth or fifth time we've checked. That has got to be a Comtrack record, you guys. Oh my god. It just keeps going.
In fairness, they are giving her the proper respect, am I right?
Well, she's Dame Judi Dench.
Kinda.
I want to give her respect.
Kinda, I guess. Although it's funny as hell, because I believe you mentioned that she was supposed to be in the original London Broadway show.
Yep, right.
Way back in the 80s.
Can you imagine just how disappointed she must have been when she's like, fuck, I lost out on the original, but hey, there's this movie coming out. Right. I'm going to be able to be in it finally.
My chance.
And then when it comes out, she's like, what the fuck did I do to deserve this?
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
I like to think, though, that she's chill enough. She'd be like, yeah, it didn't work out, but at least I got to be in Cats, you know?
Now we have the other legend that's in this movie.
She's
Sir
fucking she would be that fucking classy.
I know, right? She's
actually.
like, yeah,
it's Katie. Yeah, of course. Now we have the
Oh.
other legend.
Now, to be honest, Ian
Sir
McKellen
Ian
was kind of done a little dirty, if you ask me. Really thinking about it, really looking at it.
It seems like he's the only actor in this movie who is fully aware of what this movie is. Oh, this is a bit of a foreshadowing for what's going to come at the last number of this movie.
A little bit.
Staring directly into your fucking soul.
Stop with the fucking jellicle. Define it already. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Dude. I thought Ian McKellen got screwed on the Hobbit trilogy.
No, he got screwed for this.
No,
I
he
had
got all the. No, compared to that, he got.
What was that? What was that? What was that?
Oh no,
What
he
was that? What
he
was
got
that, you guys?
he got screwed more here from this movie than he did from the 3 movies in the Hobbit trilogy.
Real guys. Oh, Jesus. Is that why the sets are all fucked up? Because the Jellicle cats are of an unusual size?
No, they said they're of a usual size, I believe. I don't
Okay.
remember.
But it still doesn't
A
explain a
moderate
fucking...
size was the term.
It still doesn't explain a fucking thing!
Well, no, a Jellicle cat is just... all cats are Jellicle cats, so... it is really, really hard for me not to sing along with this song. I love it so much.
That's fine, dude. Like,
That's all. I mean,
I don't mind that you like it. It's just... Oh, God, my eyes. Look, I'm going to reveal a little... look, in lieu of Spooktober, I'm going to reveal one of my all-time fears, and it's actually going blind. Because, you know, as a photographer and a filmmaker...
Yeah,
it's something...
life.
Exactly. Like,
It's the
how the fuck
worst.
do you work?
yeah.
It's, like, part of your identity
So,
and whatnot.
If you thought
but
the cats were horny before...
this is... no. No! No! No!
Oh, this
Bad
made me-
movie!
oh, this made me laugh. This.
No!
This was- oh my god.
You know, maybe it is a good thing that we don't get the butthole cut.
I like the butthole
You know,
cat.
it's-
I was about to say, how
I was
long
about
is it
to
going
say,
to take in this
we
before
are
we mention the butthole cut?
I was about to say we've been gone through this entire movie. We're only about a third of the way through. We haven't mentioned the butthole cut. What are your thoughts and feelings about this? Because you've seen the whole thing.
I need the butthole cut.
You actually, Mike, you would be the one person I know who would say that
2020
I need.
2020 was 2019. If 2019 was the year of release the Snyder cut, 2020 is the year of the release the butthole cut.
Yep.
Oh my god. Dude, even the music is signifying be afraid. Be very afraid. But yeah,
I remember this.
But
Yeah.
getting back to what I was saying about being blind, this is the most I've wanted to be blind in a very long time.
Stop
Jesus.
shipping the stop police in Victoria. It's wrong.
No. I don't want to watch
It just
this
makes me
movie.
so uncomfortable when you're thinking these cats are gonna kiss.
I mean, they basically do. I mean,
Actually, I think we haven't really touched on the single most horrifying thing that is implied through this movie.
huh?
It's nothing that the film itself implies. It's simply us as a human species that will be inevitable one of these days. It's, you know, the old Rule 42 of the internet?
34.
34 of the internet?
34.
Thank you. You know that old rule?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
this might apply somewhere in some twisted, depraved part of the internet. There will be porn of this.
Oh,
You say will be.
it's-
There probably is,
I
you're
was
right.
gonna say, does it?
Dude,
I
this
sh-
musical's
I feel
been
like it
around
already
since the
exists.
80s, and furries have had conventions since the 70s.
Okay,
I was gonna say, I
okay,
feel
fair
like a porn
point.
of this already exists.
Okay, fair point.
Yeah,
Whatever
no.
you do, don't go there. Oh God. Oh, I'm gonna be a little sick. This movie has too much that I just don't ever want to see with ever again.
I mean, honestly, if you ask me, the worst of it is over. Most of the rest of this is actually not too bad.
Really?
Yeah. If you ask me, I mean, I could
Oh,
be.
thank you,
I don't know,
Jesus.
man. I don't know, man. There's.
So yeah,
Um,
aren't these
I mean-
the what are the names? The Les twins?
I believe so.
I think yeah.
Apparently,
They're great.
well, yeah, they're really great
they're great
dancers and
dancers.
whatnot. But apparently, not only do they dance in this movie, they also danced in Men in Black International the same year. Those are their only 2 film appearances.
Ooh, here's Francesca Hayward's spotlight.
Someone
Holy
needs to
crap.
fire. Like they need to fire their agent for real.
Man, Francesca Hayward is just wonderful.
I really
She's a
hope to
great
see her. I really hope to see her in better films.
Oh yeah, definitely. She should be in like.
Was she doing?
Or maybe maybe she's more of a ballet dancer, and maybe this is just kind of a.
No, I think she could be in a film career.
You think she could?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that she should be in a drama about ballet dancing.
That would be good.
I think because I mean, obviously she has the dancers built.
Oh,
Yeah.
too bad Natalie Portman wasn't around for Black Swan.
I know, right?
Because that actually would have been amazing for her as an actress.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's instead of, teaching a really great actor to do ballet,
Yeah.
find a talented actor who also happens to be a ballet dancer.
Because I think
Like-
she is a good actress in this movie. She does everything great.
Yep.
I mean, it's not a lot of material to work with.
No.
But
Yep.
what material is there, she does a good job with. I
Oh,
also
these
do love
cats.
that shot.
These cats are in fucking heat.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not like
Yes, they are.
I mean, it's called the Jellicle Ball. I don't think it's subtext at that point. I literally do think, and I'm sure there are Cats fans who will debate me on this, but I do think that this is a metaphor for the cats having a big ol' orgy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Look, they're all exhausted at the end. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Well,
they just got done having some.
Like, okay, look. Take away from the cat that it's a bunch of cats. Let's just pretend it's just a giant furry convention that
Alright,
happens to be a musical.
works too.
Like, let's just pretend that for
happens
just
to
a
be-
second.
Just
Just a
happens
second.
to be a musical.
But
Of course, that doesn't preclude the
No,
orgy theory.
Exactly. But I'm just saying, under those circumstances and not the horrifying shit that we're looking at,
Yeah.
boy, it really must be nice to be at that big of an orgy and everyone comes together. How amazing, actually, would that be? Although, if it were like a furry convention, like a furry orgy like that, I imagine very sweaty.
Yeah, probably.
Ooh, boy.
Gotta have. You know what? There's one guy who has to sit out on the edges just to give people water.
One horrified motherfucker
Just
who just
one
hands out the
guy.
waters, and he walks out and he goes home to his wife, and he just stares up at the ceiling, thinking about the things that he witnessed.
Yeah.
And his wife's like, "Honey, why can't you sleep?" "I have seen things." Like having a
actually one-
fucking nom flashback.
There is actually one review that I did see of this movie that I completely agree with.
Oh, please share.
This movie feels like a practical joke, but you don't know who the joke is on.
Right? That's such a good way to put it.
Like,
okay.
is the joke on the audience? Is it on the actors? Is it on...
Is
like,
it on Tom Hooper?
Is it on...
knows?
Who
I
is
think
the
it's on
joke
Tom
on?
Hooper.
It might actually be, because like I said, dude, like he clearly, made a deal with the devil,
Yeah.
win the best picture, and this is Satan coming back around. But Mike, you actually
Right,
had
this is the song that
you
we...
found a review that actually rhymes. Could
Yeah,
you
you were
please?
reading
I
that
almost
before we
don't
got
want to
started.
ruin
No,
her
dude,
performance
no,
here.
please,
Okay.
because look, we get it.
It's a
Like,
big long thing.
I don't care.
Okay,
It'll
all
take it because I need this. I need this so badly.
All right,
Like,
are we
Yes,
all ready?
please.
All ready and listening.
Please.
fire away.
Cats, they're furry and dance well. Cats, they're cats, welcome to cat's hell. They dance like humans, look like humans, but are still cats, though I can't tell. Taylor Swift, she's the cat who's not nice. Rebel Wilson, the large one who eats mice. Their mission is to be angelical. Yes, they call it jellicle, but is their quest logical? No dice. Francesca Hayward, the kitten named Victoria. Jennifer Hudson, the legend, Grisabella. They sing their strife, they yearn for life, but the villain is Idris Elba. The sets, they're large, so the actors look very small. The songs, they're odd. Something about a jellicle ball? It's hard to focus, but please stay focused. The audacity of it all. Cats, they're cats for 1 hour 40 time. Don't look away. This review just had to rhyme. For no poetic language, detailed anguish could begin to paint this crime. I love the passion, I love the risk, and darn it, Cats loves me. It's Cats, what did we expect? Cats, oh rats, the film leaves a lasting effect. Tom Hooper directed and Lee Hall perfected a musical we must respect. Since '81 the show went on, thanks to Andrew Lloyd Webber. All these years later, with Tom as translator, this adaptation we must weather. For Cats, yes, Cats, an adaptation with no prestige, and yet Judi Dench comes forth, our cinematic liege. She plays old Deuteronomy, the cat who makes a choice, but which cat will she last select? Perhaps the one with the best voice? That is the plot. There's really not much more.
And
cast of
Francesca
Cats-
Hayward has a lovely voice here.
Only a few left to abhor. James Corden plays a one-note goof. Jason Derulo swoons as one cat show. But why is Sir Ian McKellen even here at all?
I know.
We just may never know. It's Cats. It's Cats. You already know if it's your deal. The trailer, oh lord, it has the same appeal. Hilarity, insanity, enjoy the unrelenting sincerity. Because it's Cats from the man who made Les Mis. Cats, it's Cats. A baffling product of showbiz. I love it, it hates me, but we love the memory of Cats.
Props, yes.
That was an insanely better reading and an insanely. You know, I really wish we could have had you like beatbox to that. Like, I know it wouldn't be in quite the same spirit.
I do remember one review was, and I don't remember who it was, but the line was, every time I see these horny fur demons tongue a bowl of milk, I certain the FBI was going to raid the theater.
I think I read one review where it's like, just like the Ark of the Covenant, you won't be able to look away, and it will melt your face off.
Ironically, yeah.
Jesus, but yeah, I'm almost kind of wish we could have music for the podcast.
First of all,
just
okay,
so you could
I
mic.
gotta look this up. This is actually kind of bugging me.
What's that?
By the way, it was
seeing
a
the
tweet,
Amblin logo.
so that might help if you're looking for that review.
No,
Was it
I'm
tweet?
looking at the
okay.
IMDb page for this
Alright.
because
Oh,
I see
right
the
on.
Amblin Entertainment logo, and God help me if Spielberg had anything to do with this
think
movie.
he's credited as an exec producer.
But I think that's only through the company.
Right.
Like,
Oh yeah, that's probably only through the
It's-
company.
yeah. He probably didn't have anything directly to do with it.
no. Well, I mean, the dude was busy with like.
Right.
He's always busy with other shit,
I know,
dude.
right?
No, he's doing West Side Story next. That's
Really?
probably what he's
Is he?
doing.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
Oh my
he's
God, I didn't
directing
hear about that.
Yeah, he's directing West Side Story.
Oh, that should be so interesting.
He's not credited on IMDb,
Interesting.
so maybe it's just his company.
Spielberg
it's probably
doing
just
a
his company.
musical.
He's doing it. Well, he's been wanting to do that for a long time.
Has he done a musical
No.
before?
No,
He's not-
he came close when he almost did one with Hook. Hook
Yeah.
was going to
Oh.
be a musical.
An infinitely better movie than what we're watching right now.
That's where that. You know what? That's where that
What?
one song. That,
What'd you say, Mike? What'd you want to say,
No,
motherfucker?
I'm not gonna say anything.
What'd you say,
I'm not
motherfucker?
gonna say anything.
No, me and Nick here will fight. We were talking about how much we loved Hook before we
I
started
mean,
the episode.
Hook is a fine movie.
I fucking love Hook. Oh boy,
You've got thoughts behind you.
You're,
Oh,
you're-
you
you're
motherfucker!
treading on
You
some-
motherfucker!
You're
We're
treading
gonna
on
bring you.
some dangerous water.
We're
my
going
friend.
to see now. I'm gonna drag your ass into the contract episode for Hook,
Okay.
and I'm gonna strap you down like I am right now.
For the record, I don't.
You're
hate
gonna
Hook.
like it.
I like Hook. For the record, I like Hook. It's just, it's not as unique. It's not as bold. It's not as insane. How about
Where's
that?
my gun? Get me out of this damn chair. I'll sick you.
But as someone who loves Hook, that's where that song that Maggie sings.
Yeah.
That's where that song came from because it was supposed to be a musical,
Yep.
and they cut out all the songs except for that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you look at the production design, it totally looks like a musical.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which I'm okay with.
I also feel like I should defend myself a little more. I've probably said something incredibly controversial.
Yeah. You gotta really.
I'm going to defend
You're
myself
sitting
a little
with two
bit.
diehard Hook fans
This
right here.
is a movie that comes maybe once in a lifetime.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see movies like this.
And
Hook
that's
is a
one
movie that
thing's for
comes like
sure.
maybe once a decade.
Okay. You know
Well-
what? You actually kind of got me there.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
you don't
guess.
see movies like this.
Wait, are you actually trying to compare this to Hook in a weird way?
Don't compare this movie.
Don't you dare! You will never be on my show
God,
again.
I can't dig myself out of this hole. I make one little
I brought up
noise
Hook. It's
and
my fault.
I just, oh God.
No! Change the channel. Cut away.
Oh,
Cut
Jesus.
away. Oh my God. Seriously, do you remember when Ian McKellen broke down in tears when he was working on the Hobbit trilogy because of all the CGI? I can only imagine, like, he must have been having like some
Well-
severe flashbacks to that when he was making this.
Well, I mean, all the sets in this are real. They're all physical sets.
even so, like,
So
Jesus.
it's only the actors that were not wearing any. Well, they were wearing clothes over their CGI suits, but
Oh my
there's probably
God.
like.
And
more
what's
for
Ian
him to work
McKellen's
with in
what's
this
Ian
movie than there was
McKellen's
in
name?
Hobbit. Oh, he's old. No, crap. Brains fart. I should know this. Gus Asparagus.
That's
Gus
His name's
Asparagus
Asparagus,
Cat.
but
That's-
they all call him Gus.
that's
And he's the old man cat.
He's the theater cat,
The old man.
which is
theater
why
cat.
he's perfect for this role. But they
Seems
kind of
like
screwed him
Ian
up.
McKellen knows what movie he's in for sure.
I think so. He's not taking this seriously.
No, he knows what this is.
Yeah. He's one of the few that don't take this movie seriously.
I feel like he was listening to the direction from Tom Hooper, and he's like, "You're kidding."
I mean, when he was going the whole meow meow meow.
Well,
thing,
I think
that
it
was. That
I think
not
it was
serious.
it was I think it's like I bet, you know what I'm betting is that, like, on like day 2 or 3 of shooting this movie, he was looking at Tom Hooper like, "You're kidding with these choices, right?"
Yeah.
And then out from a beautiful light comes Sir Patrick Stewart,
Oh,
fresh
boy.
from the Emoji Movie, no less.
Yeah.
And he looks directly to his best friend Ian, and he says, "I want you to just go with this in the same way that
with
I
the
did
Emoji Movie.
on Star Trek: The Next Generation, when clearly the writers fell asleep on their keyboard."
Right.
Like, just go for it and do it in full just full honesty. And I bet, like, after that he just went and did this
This?
number, to be exact.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's, you know,
And there's sincerity behind this.
yeah, which is why I'm like, you know, I know that's probably not what happened, but
No.
that's my headcanon. You know,
I mean, the way it is what you've identified is the fact that British actors have a completely different approach. American actors like to think of themselves as artists. British actors like to see themselves as professionals.
yes,
So he's being a professional.
Absolutely.
yeah,
And he's not taking parts of it seriously because he knows this movie's whimsical and he can get away with it.
yes,
But this is his number. He's taking it seriously. There's sincerity here.
yeah.
It's a shame that he's not a great singer. But he's a great performer. And it's really shining through here.
Yeah. Well, like, I guess we, you know, here in America, we just happen to really fuck over some really great British talent.
Yeah.
Even, you know, what was the saying when, going back to Sir Patrick Stewart, when he did the Emoji Movie?
Yeah.
You can give the man awards, knighthood, and recognition, but nothing that compares to the power of a paycheck.
Right.
No.
Well, he saw himself as a professional. They asked him if he wanted to be in the
Yep.
Emoji Movie. He's like,
I'm
how much
poop.
you paying me?
I'm poop.
I'm poop.
I remember that Conan interview.
That was amazing.
He also might have done it simply because he thought it'd be funny to play poop.
And just hearing him say "I'm poop."
Oh yeah, it's
was
just
like
a really great
more-
novelty, you know, as far as
Yes.
all the interviews and the critics can say, you know, Patrick Stewart's poop. But I guess here we can also kind of say that Ian McKellen's poop too.
Ah,
Well, it's not, you know,
He's
not
asparagus.
him. Sure. He's got more fiber. But yeah, I don't want to diss on him
no,
at
he's
all.
a great guy.
At
In fact,
all.
Again, as we've said many times,
No, he's
all
a
these
legend.
guys are great
Gotta-
performers. I'm maybe not a fan of Rebel Wilson and James Corden, but everyone else.
Well, yeah, I mean, even you can appreciate their talents in some aspects.
Well, what bothers me is the fact that the roles they're playing are so miscast for them.
yeah,
Everyone
that's
else
true.
was so well cast,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah. And so they twisted the roles to fit their casting, and
Yeah.
it was such blatant stunt casting, but everyone else feels like they were cast properly.
God, it's just so... Even the blocking bugs me the hell up, you know? Because, like I said, this is a film where you can really play around with locations and whatnot.
Right.
This is literally, you know, this was like, what, a 4 or 5 minute song?
Yeah, we just stayed on this one location. Again,
We stayed
the
on one
best-
spot.
Okay, the best song is next, and it's gonna fix at least that problem. I'll tell
Really?
you that. Yep,
Oh, okay.
it's gonna fix at least that problem.
God, dude, for real. Keep your legs down,
I know,
man.
right?
Oh God! Now my ears are bleeding. Not even now. Oh God! You know, I was expecting at least the oral sensation of the movie to be kind of. It's not. It's not, you guys.
Well, it's mostly because they keep on stopping the music, but in the stage production, music doesn't stop. Okay, this is the best McCavity kidnapping. It made me laugh out loud in the theater.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
What the fuck was that? What was that? What was that horse shit? What was that?
McCavity. This is the best song.
You might as well have put a Three Stooges. For those, again, I know all of you are just listening and you can't see anything that we're
Unless
doing
you
here.
are watching along with us. In
Mike,
which case,
Mike is currently lip syncing with the movie.
yeah, Mike loves this.
He's liking a little too much, And here I am, still strapped to a chair with my eyes peeled open. Nick here is administering the eye drops. Can you just put more alcohol in it so my tears obscure my vision? Because I can't. Oh, fuck. Who is this now?
I don't know the actor, but he's a very famous tap dancer, and he's going to use his talents really well in a moment here.
Okay. Oh, my God.
But the character is Skimbleshanks, of course. Best moment.
Those poor visual effects artists. Okay. Again, outside the horrifying visuals, not bad. Okay, so that we kind of missed it, but that extreme close up on his feet,
They
where
are
there's
tap
like
shoes.
nothing in there, and they were actually tap shoes, and that's clearly him, performing. That's the best shot in the whole movie.
I know, right?
It's an insert. You know you're in trouble when your best shot in the entire movie is an insert.
This whole tap thing was invented for the movie, and it works so well for this number.
Again, for the soundtrack, not for the scene, the music video. This is one. Can we just call this one horrifyingly long, tortured music video?
Yeah, I guess. But this, you're gonna at least like this a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Like the wipe?
Yeah, isn't that a great wipe? And they're doing something interesting with the setting now.
Okay. And
You're like trying so hard.
Okay,
to
and
this is the best song in the movie. Just straight up.
I'll give it this. It's actually pretty creative using tap dancing on the rails.
I know, right?
But again, the scale is so wrong.
Oh yeah.
So fucking wrong. And it's crazy how the background even looks artificial. You know what just also really hit me?
Yeah.
You know how they give them this really strong choice? Because they color code this whole thing in deep blues and purples, right? Because they want, like a Twilight kind of thing.
Right.
And it's clearly, inspired by the theater of using the blue lights for the night scenes and whatnot.
Right.
But they give him this red overcoat to, they want to insert dominance and have him at center, which makes sense. But the thing is, the poor colorist for this movie can't seem to get the reds and the purples right, and it looks so awkward.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just not as trained, but it looks good to me.
No.
Now.
Look, I'll admit, I've only dabbled a little bit in VFX myself. I'm not an expert. Again, my friend Nicholas Puhala, which, by the way, if you're listening, I really hope you're doing well, dude. Because you seriously were one of the better people I worked with in college. But, yeah, like, I've only dabbled. But I know for a fact that if, him or any other VFX artist were watching this, they'd be like, what the fuck is it with this coloring? This render is horrible. Burn every copy.
Yeah.
And again, I just really hate that what it represents. See, another insert. Really good shot. Yeah, no, not anymore. we just had to pull away to a wide
this
shot.
gets bad again, right at the end of the song. It's like I got a glimpse of how much more this movie could have been, and then...
What the fuck? What? 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 What?
He was kidnapped by McCavity.
But
Or
did he just...
He flew into the air.
Did he just, like,
disappeared.
Jafar?
He just Jafar'd.
He just Jafar'd. What is this shit?
So are you saying this movie's a Jafart?
Yeah, no, because that's an insult to the villain of Jafar.
I also do appreciate
Now we're on
this
to-
version of McCavity. This is a good song. I actually, in some ways, prefer this to the stage version. I think the stage version is overall better, but there are...
I'm
bits
curious,
of
do you actually have the soundtrack to this movie?
No.
I'm a little disappointed
Do
in
you have the
now.
original? Do you have the original like soundtrack to like
I like
wish
one of
I
the
had
original
original
like Broadway
soundtrack.
recording or
I wish I had the original soundtrack, but all I have is the DVD.
Well,
okay.
shit.
I do put that on when I'm cleaning up the house occasionally,
Wait, is that's Taylor
That's Cat-
Swift?
That's Taylor Swift.
and that's Cat.
Oh my god. My Cards Against Humanity card just became real. In a more horrifying way than I
So wait,
ever...
which one is
All
this
right,
one?
okay. So for those of you who don't know, I actually play with my own deck of Cards Against Humanity with friends. Like I write all my question and answer cards and whatnot on
Right.
little note cards and whatnot. But one that I wrote a long time ago was it was Lady Gaga queefing glitter. But now
Now it's Taylor Swift.
as a horrifying cat person. That really should be in my deck now.
Yeah.
Cat's Taylor Swift queefing glitter.
I mean, it's catnip.
Queefing catnip.
Yeah.
That's actually even... That's Somehow worse. Oh my god, what? No. Were there any interviews for this movie afterwards? Were there
I don't
any
even think
Not
actors?
after it was released, as far as I'm aware.
I was gonna say, did they even do a press junket? I don't remember that.
I remember some press stuff, and in fact, Judi Dench said something that was a little embarrassing. I'll get into it later. It's a little too heavy for this, I think.
Oh, really?
She said something comparing herself to Brian Blessed's performance, and it came off as a bit transphobic. Let's not get into that.
Ooh. Yeah, we've got enough of that shit with J.K. Rowling as of recently.
But
Oh my
I should
God.
say,
Yeah.
it was very obviously not her intent, and I do understand what she was trying to say.
it just was...
It just came out wrong.
It was just
poorly
really
worded.
worded badly. Yeah.
It wasn't even that big of a controversy. Most people know what she
Well,
was talking
I
about.
mean, it's kind of underscored by,
Not as much
the
as the-
movie.
Right. Now we have just a bunch of really high cats
No.
writhing around.
No. You know what's really weird?
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of some of the worst movies of all time have this weird, especially in the last 15 years, it seems like there have been a lot of really bad cat movies.
Yeah.
Catwoman
Yes, there has.
with
Yes.
Halle Berry, 9 Lives. Remember 9 Lives, guys?
Oh God.
Yeah.
That was... When are we going to get a good cat movie about cats? Like, cats are nice. Like I said, I have a wonderful little kitty. She's a sweetheart.
Ooh, you know what would be a really good option for that?
What's that?
I don't know. This might be a little out of some people's personal histories, but did you ever read the Warriors series?
No?
Okay,
Do
they
enlighten.
were a series of
Oh.
I guess the way you could put them is sort of
Oh.
almost urban fantasy, but it
Yeah.
was sort of like this fantasy style book series where you had a couple of tribes of like feral cats living in like domestic suburban environments, and they played out like fantasy drama
Huh.
as like different clans and things. The books weren't amazing, but there's enough good stuff there that a good screenwriter could turn that into something truly special.
Right on. Maybe we'll get something
Yeah,
with
it's
that.
Naked Idris Elba.
Naked Idris Elba.
You know,
Honestly, I'm not going to complain about naked Idris Elba.
well, neither am I, but not like this. We did. Also, you know the other thing. Even the male cats don't have any junk.
No, they don't. That's
No,
true.
they don't.
Is that going to be in the Butthole Cut too?
I would love to see that, but
I don't think I would want to see that because, like, you know how dogs get a red thing when they start? Is that the same for cats? Is that the same for cats? Because, as you know, like, these cats are fucking horny. Do you
Right, they're
really
horny.
want to see that? I mean, shit.
I think they have a spiky one, actually.
I'm gonna be sick.
Tim's coughing up a hairball now.
I don't like it.
I could be wrong on that. It's been a while since I've researched cat genitalia.
God, the eyes.
I like them.
The eyes.
Jesus.
I
You know what
think
I'm
they-
really shocked at?
Yeah?
That they didn't actually do digital, like, cat slit eyes.
I'm glad they didn't.
Oh, that would
That would
You
have
know
been,
what would be
that
funny?
That would've
truly
been
would have been
more
horrifying.
terrifying.
I bet money at this. They ran a test.
I mean, if they had,
They probably did.
they probably did. But what's more I mean, I don't know what would be more. I mean, they do have human hands in this, so
Would they?
yeah.
Okay.
No,
what
the cat eyes would be more terrifying.
the cat eyes would be more.
They totally
Yes.
would because,
If
you
anything,
know.
I think CGing on some claws would make it look a little more natural.
Yeah, but would it be more horrifying if they did have paws?
I think they would go with claws so they could keep the fingers defined for
Right.
movements.
Right.
But
See, look, there's a human.
also, I mean, as much as I absolutely love Idris Elba and he's great for the role, he was a ginger cat,
I think.
and it's spoken that way in the song that he's a ginger cat.
You know, I think I really preferred Idris Elba as Shere Khan in the Jungle Book.
That is good casting.
That is good casting.
I preferred him as that cat. Can we have him be that cat instead?
That might be why he was cast as McCavity.
Well, you know, I think they just cast him because he's fucking Idris Elba. You know, like that.
what was he
like-
gonna do? Say no?
Exactly. It's like, I can do no wrong. I'm Black Superman. That really should be his fucking catchphrase, dude, because that seems to be what he is these days.
Oh, the Most Butchered song is coming up. It is the Most Butchered.
I'm so glad I have a fan of the original musical, because for everyone listening, like, yes, there's someone who understands.
The Most Butchered song is coming up.
And of course, for anyone who isn't necessarily a fan and is just here to, you know, smoke weed and get fucked up and watch this train wreck, because that's what we're really here for. God, I wish I had some weed for this. Or better yet, some if you really wanted to make most of this horrifying trip, LSD.
I was gonna say, like, why use weed? You could use something.
But way better. Like, get some shrooms or
Yes.
shit. Like, and
Use
get
the same
really
ones for Mandy.
get really trippy and fun.
Use the same drugs for Mandy.
Oh,
that you
that's
use
too,
for
that's too. I actually think I would start killing people randomly
this. If it
because
was Mandy.
like that shit, like that batch of shit was fucked up. But that's for a later episode, you guys, and it might be this October. It might not be. You never know. But anyway,
So Mr. Mistopheles here.
yeah.
In the stage musical, this was a very triumphant song, a very energetic, triumphant, I'm showing off song. And now it's like, I don't think I can do it. I'm not sure if I'm good enough.
You're not good enough, I assure you.
And it just ruins the whole tone of the song. And this was also originally sung by Rum Tum Tugger, which adds further credence that he's totally gay for
right.
Mistopheles.
Right.
the way you sound, like the way, like, because like I said, I'm not familiar with this Broadway musical, but like the way you kind of describe like how this song is in the musical and how it is here,
Yeah.
it's kind of how it feels similar to what they did with Be Prepared in the Lion King.
Oh my god,
remake.
exactly the same.
Oh my god. They, like, in the original animated Lion King, it's this epic, like, villain
It's
song
got
from Scar.
fingernails.
But, like, in the Lion King remake, it's this dumbed down like.
It's not even a song, really.
It's not even a song.
Dude, look how close his hands are to the lens, to the point where you can see.
You can even tell.
You can see his fingernails. Cats don't have fingernails. Oh, and speak of the devil, my cat showed up. Hi, baby girl. No? Are you scared too?
I think she's
I'm scared.
too.
I wish we had video of your cat watching this.
Just like, well, you know what's funny? Because like we've talked about the uncanny valley effect throughout this thing.
Oh yeah.
It's funny
This
that
is like
humans are the only ones susceptible to that.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you say you got like an animatronic water buffalo next to a real one.
Yeah.
Water buffalo doesn't bat an eye. You don't give a shit. Well, you put like
freak the fuck out.
But if you put like, you know, a weird animatronic android human next to a human being trying to interact and try to human, we're like, get the fuck away.
Yeah,
it's weird. We don't have that. Although actually, it's funny because it was in. I feel so bad about this, but it's a cat video on the internet that I saw. I know. I'm sorry. I feel so stupid right now for saying this, but there was a cat video like where the owner had like a one of those giant cat hat masks.
Yeah.
Like the big blimp of a cat thing going.
There the mice again.
Oh, here we go again.
Nope.
Yeah, they're the mice again.
But anyway, he had one of those giant cat masks, and he had a crib full of his cats. Like there were like 8 or 9 of them in this crib, and he had, and he just kind of approached the crib, and they all scampered as soon as he got close. That is the only time I've ever seen an animal react to an uncanny valley effect, and ironically, it was with a cat. I guess if I can find that, I'll link that in the description for you listeners out there below, because I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it. It's pretty common that you see it on there, but just for the off person who hasn't seen it, that one's for you. Oh, God.
This song was ruined. It's boring now.
God. Okay, so I hate to break up. We are an hour and let's see. We are an hour and 20 minutes in.
It's okay, Tim. We got less than 30 minutes.
Oh, Jesus. This is, you know, it's funny because last season or last tape rather, as I like to call them here at Comtrack. I actually watched Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, the extended cut.
Oh.
Before watching it again for the show. That was 6 hours of my life that I couldn't get back, and this is
an hour and a half.
Well, this is about 100 minutes that I'm never going to get back. I'm just really, really glad that I chose not to watch it beforehand.
The song does seem very uneventful.
I know, right? Nothing happens.
I have a feeling that this could be like the way you describe it. Yeah. It has a very could be a very good show-stopping.
This is the song where he literally pulls a rainbow scarf out of a hat,
right,
and runs around the stage with it.
It sounds like it could be like a lot more epic than it's actually pulled off here.
Yeah.
Okay, who's playing this? I'm sorry, I can't recognize half these actors.
Well, most of them are.
One of them
kind of
looks like a young Kyle MacLachlan.
But what's his name again?
Oh, that's Mr. Mistopheles.
Okay.
I mean, a
it's
lot
just
of these
weird
people are
because
just stage people.
I can't recognize half of these actors because of the weird cat skin thing that they're doing.
Well, the only real big names.
You know what's really strange?
What?
Anytime I see that guy, Mr. Mistopheles, I'm reminded of for some reason Robert Pattinson. No,
oh my God, no.
Bad movie, bad.
No.
But anytime I see him, is it weird that I think of Robert Pattinson's face?
I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Like whose face?
Robert Pattinson. Like he kind of
maybe a little bit.
He kind of has the same profile as him, and that's all I can see. And
well, Robert Pattinson's doing considerably better work these days.
Yeah.
Right.
He had a bit of a rocky start, but he's gotten back.
He
on
did,
top.
but now he's.
Well, he resents that rocky start too.
See, now Pattinson's
big time.
one of the best actors, maybe the best working actor today. So.
You know, I gotta say, it does say some credit for the casting people for Twilight that they got such great actors.
And Kristen Stewart.
I know.
Yeah.
Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson were great choices.
The only one you don't really hear from now is Lautner.
Yeah.
You don't.
I don't think he wants to act though.
Yeah, I think he's.
It kind of scared him off.
Yeah. Although I heard they're doing a Shark Boy and Lava Girl reboot that he's involved in
Really?
for Netflix.
That's
yeah.
gonna be interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is Robert
I was
Rodriguez
about
in
to
on
say,
it?
is he involved
Fuck
in that?
yeah, then
Well,
I'm
he's
in.
the only one who'd want to do it.
Oh, of course. I mean, no one
gonna
else
say,
is
it's his
asking
project.
for it,
I was
really.
gonna say, it's his yeah.
Let's see what song's next. I forget. Oh right, because it's a bunch of stuff they added for the movie.
Right.
Anything they
fucking,
added for the movie, I don't
just
like.
the fucking, Oscar bait shit.
Yeah.
I really hate it when they do that. Like, we're going to be as faithful as possible. We're going to make just a few cosmetic changes so it's different, slightly different. And no, stop doing that fucking shit, man. Stop doing that shit.
It always feels like when a movie is trying to go super Oscar bait, it always like fails miserably.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Jenny Any
It's
Dots was
so not
clumsy in the
funny.
musical.
How is that funny?
Now wait a minute, this cat here.
Did she just say
Jenny
crazy
Any
cat?
Dots, yeah.
Did she just say crazy cat lady?
Mm-hmm.
This cat here, this older cat. I think I know. I think I might know who that actor is. Is it? It's,
What the
I don't know.
fuck is this? Okay, I'm not gonna lie, you guys. Earlier, my
It's the exact same actor who played Beowulf.
No, it's not him.
It's not him.
No, it's not Gerard Butler, I believe.
No, it's not Gerard. But no,
No?
that Gerard Butler's 300.
Right.
Beowulf is
God, I know it.
yeah.
Oh shit. Ray Winstone.
Ray Winstone.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because he
It's
was
not
also
Ray
in the
Winstone,
yeah.
Maybe
That's
it
what,
is.
Yeah, because
actually,
he's
come to
also
think
in
of
The
it.
Departed.
Oh my God, you're right, isn't he?
He's also in The Departed, and he's also
Yeah,
in,
it is Ray Winstone.
Oh, it's Ray Winston? Oh,
Holy
it's
shit!
totally off.
It
and
is him.
because he's in The Departed, and he's also in King of the Crystal Skull.
Are we gonna strap him down for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
No,
I'm totally
no,
down for
we
that.
already did that episode.
I don't like that movie at all.
Well, if you want to know how I feel about it, we already did that episode, so you can check that episode out. Check out all those episodes.
boy.
Like and subscribe. Share with your friends. All that good shit. Because honestly, I just feel like I need it for all of you listeners out there. I just hope you're enjoying my pain and suffering.
Well, they don't have to watch you suffer. We have. They're just listening to this. We're the ones that have to. We
That
force
gets
you.
to watch you suffer.
We can.
It's a pleasure, really, being here.
You
Watching a movie I genuinely like.
I
while
hate
someone
you
else
guys.
is just in pain.
I hate you guys. so
Well, Tim's
much.
coughed 3 times almost for a hairball. Maybe the 3rd time's the charm. We still got 20 minutes left.
Yeah, and we
You
still
know-
have that final number we talked about at the
Yes.
start.
So just you wait.
You know, earlier my wife emptied out the litter box.
See, this cat looks like a young
And-
Kyle MacLachlan.
and I got a whiff of the smell. The smell of that cat was pretty awful. Like, she makes some really bad stinks when she needs to.
And
But
here's
but
the
this-
here's the big song, right?
this movie
yeah.
is nothing compared to the whiff that I had to whiff from that litter box. Like, Jesus Christ.
So this is the number that's supposed to get what's her name again? The actress who plays Grisabella.
Jennifer Hudson.
Yes, this was going to win her an Oscar.
Yeah,
I'm
this
convinced.
is like her like Dreamgirls Part 2.
It's kind of
It's the Anne Hathaway and Les Miserables.
I was about to
moment,
say,
like,
yeah,
they're
the-
trying to like just like push it like this is like the showstopper, like.
And this is actually the song that did get popularity outside of the musical.
You know,
Like
I'm
it
actually
played
curious.
on
I know
like,
this
the radio
song,
and
yes.
it played charts. It like was a genuinely popular song.
You know, I'm actually
Yeah.
curious. So I take it both
The
you
Let
guys
It
did.
Go of Cats for
I-
like some younger listeners.
I take it both of you guys have seen Les Mis, right?
Yes,
You
I've
haven't,
not.
Mike?
I've seen the movie Les Mis.
Okay,
yeah.
so
the movie,
what?
I've only seen the movie version. I haven't seen any like
Right.
stage version.
Well, Tom Hooper's version specifically.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? What are your thoughts on that? Because I'm really curious.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of Tom Hooper as a filmmaker. This kind of solidified it, but I just don't like. I mean, everything he was doing in Les Mis was at a Dutch angle. Like every shot just bothered the shit out of me.
I'm sorry. It shouldn't be that funny, but it's funny. I'm not a fan of Tom Hooper. That shouldn't be that funny, but it's funny.
I'm not a big fan of Tom Hooper. I'm mad at him for beating David Fincher.
I honestly think David Fincher would have like totally leaned into the horror of this movie if he was directing though.
Oh my god!
No,
Right? Actually, you know what?
David Fincher directing
No, let's
this.
just
if
go.
he wasn't directing the making of Citizen Kane movie.
No. Let's. Is he?
Yeah, it's called Mank.
Oh fuck! I
Yeah.
need to check
Fun.
that out. No, let's actually go full weird into this nightmare realm and just hire Cronenberg.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh
Cronenberg
shit!
direct
Yes.
Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cats.
Fuck, that would. You know
And
what?
again, look, and again, Jennifer Hudson, wonderful talent. She's
Beautiful.
an amazing performer, but like, it's just what they have
Wasted.
around. What they have around her, just the way that she looks, I just can't like.
It hurts
It's
so much.
just like.
You know, okay. So, do you guys know Chris Stuckman?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know Chris
on
Tucker.
YouTube.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
movie reviewer.
He's, you know, one of these days I would love to have him on the show because
That'd be
he's
cool.
he's actually
he's
in
in Ohio.
Akron, Ohio.
You'd have
yeah.
to invite me for that because I would love to meet that dude.
He's awesome, but I actually remember his review for this movie, and
right.
it really solidifies my thoughts now. This movie is a tirade of bad instincts.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Like, you know, like we
Good
talk about
guess.
how, you know, filmmakers have instincts for good storytelling, and sometimes it can go wrong. You know, because
Sometimes,
yeah,
yeah.
we were actually talking about this before the show, Nick. Like we were like talking about how you know, you got to make it weird. You got to make it
Yeah,
give it your all.
Absolutely.
And because, you know, if you make something different, then you can make a mark. And sometimes if you do those weird things, like we were talking about that famous tracking shot in or the dolly away shot in Taxi Driver.
Taxi Driver. Yeah,
When he was having the phone call with his girlfriend,
Sybil
and
Shepherd
it just
after
pans
their
away
date.
to the empty hallway.
Yes.
We talked about how Scorsese.
Talk about how Scorsese hates that shot.
Yeah, and we're
And all
like,
the shit
no,
he
that's
did
one of the
wrong.
greatest
Like,
shots ever. It's
He's
an
always
amazing.
he's always so hard on himself.
Yeah, but it's an amazing little thing that it's not, it's against everything you're taught, but it really works for the scene and the context for it,
Oh,
and
here
for
we
that
go.
kind
Oh,
of.
she's about to.
But for
she's
that,
just about to.
but that's just good instincts, you know. This movie reeks of every wrong, Woo.
And I
Nope.
telling you.
Nope. It was like I can close my eyes and enjoy that, and then
going.
nope.
She
She
just
did
wants
just-
to be accepted by the group, but because she's, you know,
Ah.
faded beauty is no longer,
This
you know, and she's not accepted.
there had to been at least one person, maybe someone halfway down
And
the
it
line.
cuts to Judi Dench in her puffy, furry coat.
You know what I think? Like,
So, did she have a coat made from someone else's fur?
I don't know. You know, maybe that's why Judi Dench is probably the least, quote unquote, least off-putting.
Well, yeah,
Is
she
because-
doesn't take off her coat.
Well, that I imagine the coat was real, so
Well,
that
yeah,
the
all
VFX
the
artist.
are
was.
real. I can confirm that.
But so that I can imagine that would have helped the VFX artist phenomenally.
Yeah, because they barely had to do anything with her.
Yeah.
They
So-
still didn't have time to get a wedding ring out of the shot for. The
Oh, I know about
yeah!
that. Yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
tell that story, please. It's
So, yeah,
amazing.
for the initial release of Cats for the
I
first
remember
weekend,
them talking about that.
they didn't have the visual effects finished, and Judi Dench's wedding ring was on the whole time.
Yep.
They only managed to patch it, and they did literally patch it, which is weird to me and a little terrifying. But I don't want to really get into why that's terrifying. But yeah, they literally patched the movie to fix some of the visual effects. Obviously, they couldn't fix it all.
No, I mean
But-
there's like, you know, Nick, we tend to joke that there's always the running gag of filmmakers, fix it in post.
That's the ultimate fix it and post.
This
That's my
is
favorite line.
post-release.
That's my favorite line on
You know,
set.
you know what? Honestly, I feel like if anyone ever says,
favorite line, baby.
I think anyone ever says fix it in post, we should just hold up a poster of this movie and
Yeah.
be reminded, like, this
So
is
true,
why
though,
you
you're
don't.
right. This is why you don't fix it in post.
No, this is why you don't rely on post to
Yeah.
do it, because
That's true.
Jesus Christ. Didn't they actually like didn't he totally recut the film like after it was released too?
They didn't totally recut it. They just tweaked some of the visual effects.
Yeah. We still need the butthole cut. Just to embrace the full weird and
Yeah.
the full you know what? not just the butthole cut, but also with the slit eyes.
Yeah.
Both those
There
things
must
together.
have been a slit eyes cut.
There had to have been. Like, I know there's got to have been tats.
Jennifer Hudson, if you are listening to this, if you ever maybe get a chance to listen to this, I do think that you're going to kill it in the Aretha Franklin biopic.
Oh,
Totally.
You know, good luck. Maybe there's a possibility you could get nominated for an Oscar for that.
Maybe by now you've won it already. Who knows?
She did win it for Dreamgirls.
That's true.
Yeah.
But your point?
But well, maybe your Oscar push didn't work for this. But hey, you could get it for the Aretha Franklin movie.
Yeah.
And Francesca Hayward, don't give up on Hollywood.
No.
Don't.
You're
if you're listening to this, Francesca Hayward,
don't give up on Hollywood.
And if you are, and if either of you are listening, share this.
Yes, please.
Oh man, it would be
yes.
such an honor. You know what I've actually always wanted to do if this podcast really made it big?
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have Halle Berry come on for Catwoman.
That would be amazing.
Oh my god.
Because I know she's such a fucking good sport about that movie.
Yeah.
Especially in her Razzie.
I know, right?
Yeah.
She's such a good sport about that, and
So,
it would
yeah.
be amazing to hear.
Thank you, Warner Brothers, for putting me in a piece of shit.
But it'd be amazing to hear her perspective of making that movie, especially like Halle. What did Pitoff? Yes, Pitoff.
Yeah, I know.
Pitoff.
What did he say
Jesus
when
Christ.
you were? What did he say to you when he had you sniff the catnip?
Yeah.
I really want to know what the hell he said to you, because I am beyond curious.
Make love to the catnip.
I'm still convinced that Pitoff is like an Alan Smithy name or something like that.
I don't care. But I would love to do a Comtrack episode of Catwoman. I am never gonna do a Comtrack of 9 Lives ever.
Oh, Jesus.
Not ironic. I don't care.
Oh no!
You gotta pay me for
Idris
that.
Elba's slipping.
Oh no, he's slipping.
Poor naked Idris Elba.
He landed on his feet. He's fine.
Well, he's Black Superman, so of course he did. Oh, and his
What
magic
the
isn't working
fuck?
anymore for no reason whatsoever.
And now she just flies away.
Oh, what?
Oh, I guess there was Jason Derulo's not gay moment.
Oh God! My God!
You know, I watched this.
God!
We're near the end of the movie. I still don't know what the fuck happened, plot wise.
I mean, I explained it when we started.
I know. I still don't know what the fuck happened.
Even though I've tried to have this plot explained to me, and oh, here we go. Oh, this is.
Oh God!
It's the addressing of cats.
Here
it's the final number, and we'll get there.
This is.
Honestly, if you ask me, they should have cut the addressing of cats from the movie. It doesn't work for a movie.
What?
This is not what we're talking about. This is normal compared to what's about to happen.
Oh God! That shot of Ian McKellen in particular was bad. The tracking was off. I only know it lasted like a second.
Are you ready?
Right, Tim?
What?
Just wait.
She doesn't look away.
She's staring directly into our souls.
Directly at you.
I can only imagine what this must have been like in the theater for you.
You have about a 10-foot tall face of Judi Dench telling me how to address a cat. It was an experience. I wanted
genuinely
to look away,
left
but
my
I
body.
No, go get away from the lens.
Actually, if I remember correctly, I spent most of my time staring at Monkastrap.
One that looks like a young Kyle MacLachlan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly to see if he was actually mouthing her lines or not, because it kind of looks like in bits he might.
A cat is not a dog.
A cat is not a dog.
A cat is not. That is the one lesson that we take away from this.
That's the lesson.
A cat is not a
cat
dog.
is not
cool, man.
a dog. But that's not over.
No.
There's more.
End already. Fuck off.
can see Judi Dench being like, I shouldn't be looking at the camera. I shouldn't be looking at the camera. Because she always keeps on looking away at something. It's not happening now, but it was happening a bit before. See, I looked away and then looked back.
And we thought it was over.
Dude. End already. End. Oh, Cats is right.
Oh, Cats. Maybe that's the...
Dear God!
It
I thought
just
Return of the
keeps-
King had a bad, like,
It
had
just
bad
keeps
pacing.
going.
What the fuck, dude?
It just keeps going.
Also, I just can't help but think the shot composition of this is screwed up.
Yeah,
Right?
It's like unbalanced. It's weirdly centered because she's in the middle.
And the others are just like falling. What is with the background? What is with his? No, is she like fondling him or something? See, I kind of wish it was the
ugly shot.
I kind of wish it was like the live action show, so it was the wide, so you could see whether or not she was fondling him. You're demanding my respect.
So does she talk? So does she like talk to the audience like when this is done in the show?
Yeah, and Old Deuteronomy was actually originally a male character. Which,
Okay.
Of course, I'm fine with them changing to Judi Dench. She's great. But yes, it makes more sense in a stage production.
Well, yeah.
And also, in the stage production, Monkestrap directly addresses the audience at the beginning, saying, "Ah, do I see someone who doesn't know what a Jellicle Cat is?" And that's what leads into the
Oh
Jellicle Cat
my
number.
fuck end.
Don't worry.
And plus,
We're almost there.
and plus, by the way, like if she's like talking directly to the audience, she at least could have like at least a few different members
Right,
of
to
the
look
audience.
between.
But no, in the movie, she's directly
Camera.
talking to everybody.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
And that,
Well,
this
good
moment
for-
is, again,
Oh!
something
Oh,
for just the
good
movie.
for-
Because there's no moment where Old Deuteronomy like declares Victoria to be a Jellicle Cat. Because it would make any sense, because you don't know what that means. They put in this like it's some big conclusion to a character arc, but we don't know what it means.
There's
so
no but there's like,
character
do
arc.
you even know what the character arc is?
You're right.
There's like nothing there.
And we got the cat in the clouds again.
Ew, 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 kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it.
And then that's it, finally.
Jesus Christ, you guys.
You're welcome.
Dude, it sounds like this. Okay, look, there's only one other time where I sat down to do an episode of a movie I truly hated, and it was BVS. The extended cut, worse. That was like 3.5 hours of my time that I could never get back. That I actually shouted myself hoarse to. But this... Oh my God, you guys. Oh, this was. You know, I remember okay, so one of my inspirations for this show was like Siskel and Ebert. Like, you know how they would always fight with one another whenever they didn't quite like a movie. I thought, wouldn't it be great if those two actually got together, where one of them hates the movie and the other loves it, but they do a commentary of the movie?
Just through the whole.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of what this is sort of based off of. That and, you know, the wonderful.
There it
go.
is. There it is. Like,
Yep.
The bourgeois, yeah.
But that and, you know, Kevin Smith's really great commentary of Batman, 1989. Those two things are kind of what inspired me to do Comtrack in the first place. But I remember Siskel and Ebert, there was one review, I forget what movie it was, but Siskel was like, look, we have one of the greatest film critics, we have one of the greatest jobs in the world, but this is the day where it's rough.
Feels like work.
It's work. This right here, Jesus Christ, man, that was an hour and 42 minutes, hour 43 a minute, whatever, of my life I'm never gonna get back, and I'm so glad, because even when I know I'm gonna watch a bad movie before I do an episode, I usually watch it beforehand, so I know what's coming and I can do a proper commentary.
You had no idea what was coming.
No,
today,
no
my
idea.
Well,
friend.
this one just because I've heard it was so plotless and it was so awful that I didn't just have the heart in me to do it. And plus, it would be like a rare treat for everyone to see the horror in my eyes or in my voice light up the microphone and all you people's ears listening at home. Fuck off, you fucking cats. I like cats. Not this movie, not the show, but cats in general. I kind of like them. I'm more of a dog person, but
this is the new song.
Yeah, they chopped it up and put it in like 2 different places.
Oh shit, you're kidding. Did they just literally make a new song just for the credits and that's it?
Well, no, they used it in the movie a little bit.
It sounded like
they
they
kind
had
of paired it a little bit with memory.
cat. Okay, look in the credits. Cat movement specialist.
Oh yeah, okay. So I remember, like I think I said this earlier.
They needed to get a little more time to do that job.
But did you hear that thing from Taylor Swift that they actually went to
Ray
like, cat
Winstone.
school?
Yep, there it is.
Yep, there he is.
I just love those names. You have like
Ray
Alonzo, Amadeus,
The Mouse Band,
Griddleboom, Growl
the
Tiger,
Cockroaches,
Bomb Ballerina. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful Ghost, written by Andrew Lloyd Webber and Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Performed by Taylor Swift.
And again, they pushed the Best Original Song Oscar for this. I bet they did.
Have you guys? I don't know if you ever got to like bring yourselves to watch the Adam Sandler movie Jack and Jill.
No,
No,
never.
I have not. But I have seen That's My Boy, and that's one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Jesus. I've seen reviews of Jack and Jill, and there's a really great joke at the end where Al Pacino, like, no spoilers or anything, but he's involved. He's involved in like a commercial in the movie, and he watches it at the very end of the movie, and he looks at Adam Sandler and he says, "Burn this, burn every single copy."
Probably what they should have done with Jack and Jill.
No kidding. But that's also. But my point is, that's what they should have been doing with this movie as well. Just burn all of this. We're taking.
You know what the ending shot should have been is Al Pacino. At the end of this movie is Al Pacino. Burn this.
Burn this. Just
Just
someone.
And
Someone.
it's Al Pacino then breaking the fourth wall
There
like
you
Judi
go.
Dench.
Oh, I shudder to think about if Al Pacino got a casting role in this movie. Because
He played the role that Ian McKellen played.
I'm not gonna lie, Al Pacino is seriously one of my all-time favorite
I love him.
actors.
Love him.
But
He's the best.
and he's usually the best. Okay, look, that's another thing that I read about Jack and Jill. As awful as that movie is, he's weirdly the best thing in it.
But you haven't seen it.
Well, I've seen reviews of
okay.
it.
I
I've
haven't
seen
seen it,
reviews, and
no.
almost universally, everyone says, "Yeah, weirdly, Al Pacino is the best thing in Jack and Jill."
Well,
And
of
I feel like
course.
that applies to just about anything that he's in. He's clearly always like the best thing in it. Like, did you ever see Devil's Advocate with Keanu Reeves?
He's
sounds like something I
laughing
wanna
and
see, though.
sick.
He's amazing in that
ass
one,
off.
dude. He's just, but
He's an absentee
actually,
landlord.
that speaking of Devil's Advocate, there's a line in that movie that also can describe this movie. Where Keanu Reeves confronts him for like screwing with his wife and whatnot and all these sort of things because he plays literally the devil. And Al's like, well, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being your regular night at the
visual effects team is coming up.
Oh, I
Just a
know.
moment
Here
of
we go.
silence.
Visual effects right here, yeah.
Sad face.
Well, yeah. Oh, these poor visual effects. Oh, look at them all.
Oh,
I feel
so
like I should be
many
looking at
people.
I look at these names, and I feel like they should belong on a
I
memorial.
know, right?
It kind of.
It kind of looks like the
kind of looks like a
non-memorial, doesn't it?
memorial.
Like, you poor people.
Oh, so many names.
I know.
So many names.
So
I
many
just hope that all
sleepless
of them
nights.
were able to find work after this.
They probably, what's weird?
Yeah.
I actually found out that the same production company or the VFX company that had to redo Sonic the Hedgehog
Yeah.
also did this.
I hope
Those-
they all found more work.
They did, but sadly, they probably just lost so much of their lives to these
Yeah.
movies. Because can you imagine all the hours and dedication they had to
Right.
put and lose it to their families? Can you imagine like newlyweds that just got their kids together
Yeah. I know
and
that.
all the memories they had to miss to render this piece of shit?
This is one of the worst songs in the movie. Don't snap to this.
This song does not slap, my friend.
The original slaps, but
This just makes me think of cockroaches with human faces.
Oh,
Right.
God, no. I'm going to be up to a lot. Okay, look, 2020 has been awful for all of us, but
Yes.
now, and I've been sleeping pretty poorly as of late, lots of tossing and turning, lots of anxiety, and lots of insecurities. As
Still
we've all been,
visual effects
So many
people.
names.
but we've all been feeling. But now I'm gonna have an even harder time sleeping after watching this. Oh, God help me! Oh, these
There's
poor...
still more.
Good God! And you know what's probably even worse? Because of the crunch time, a lot of these artists probably took pay cuts just to keep the company afloat.
Yeah, that's
All right, looks
Okay,
like
now-
we finally reached the end.
Those poor artists.
I know.
But like I was saying about Al Pacino and The Devil's Advocate, there's a line in the movie where Keanu Reeves confronts him because Al Pacino is literally the devil. Spoilers, I guess. But Al Pacino describes this movie perfectly. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being your average night at the Smith family, 10 being the most sexually depraved display of theater known to man, not to be immodest, but this movie got it on at about 7. And you know what? That's actually a pretty good description. This movie, on a scale of 1 to 10, this is about a 7, isn't it? For just like the most depraved, horrifying display of sexual theater known to man. Yeah, this would be about a 7-ish, modestly speaking.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah. So.
No, let's not start it
No,
over.
no,
Start
no,
it again.
No, okay. Okay.
Once
Wow.
a night is enough.
Yeah.
I love it, but once a night is enough.
Wow. Okay. So that was that a movie? Was that a movie?
I
Can we
hesitate to even call it a movie.
can
to
we
be honest.
can we
I think
actually
we can call it a movie. I think we can call it a movie.
Okay.
I mean, granted, I have a very broad definition of what it's a movie. I mean, anyone who took film studies has a very broad definition of what
Yeah,
it's a movie.
yeah.
I mean, if I can call, like, Godard's film socialism highbrow reference there, I can call this a movie.
Well, that was
Well, I guess film socialism had more of a plot in its first.
Well,
Anyway.
Tim, now you've officially now gone through this experience.
Final thoughts.
Thanks, I hate it.
And look, the movie's covering up the picture.
Yeah, but so I want to know, is there anything new, like, because I know this is like this. Actually, how many times have you seen this, Mike?
This is probably about my third or fourth time seeing this.
Okay, right on.
Depending on if you want
This
to
is
count
just my
bits where...
This is just my second.
Okay, right on.
So it depends on if you want to count the times where I just watched the Skimbleshanks thing.
Okay, right. Well,
That's just that song alone.
Well, that song's the best song. They do the most interesting stuff with
He's
this
a wonderful
background.
tap dancer.
The
I'll
tap
say
is
that.
fantastic. It's the most high energy piece in the whole thing. It's the closest this movie gets to even approaching the original musical.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels so nice. It's like, this is what the movie could have been the whole way through, but...
Plus, like I said, it had the best shot in the movie.
Right.
An insert of his feet.
Basically. And that shot, everything in that shot was real.
Yeah,
And
very true.
there was no visual effects in that shot.
Oh, yeah, so much better.
Yeah. Because the clothes were covering any need for the for CGI fur.
Yep.
And all the sets were real. So that was just
Yep.
him, the set, tap shoes. In fact, I'm willing to bet, because he's a little obsessive about this, Tom Hooper might have even used set sound for that.
You know, I would not doubt that.
Because he's a little obsessive about that.
Okay, yeah, well...
So that might have been an entirely unaltered shot. Barring color grading, of course.
Yeah, but... that's the single best shot in the movie.
I know, right? It's also the most raw.
Yeah.
I think that does speak to like what this is. I mean, Cats is so performance based. You have to show the performers.
Yep.
The less you show the performers, the worse it's going to be.
Mm-hmm. Although in this case, I'm definitely willing with the less is more kind of deal.
Sure, yeah. For
As in so much less that there is no movie.
Yeah, I mean, a Cats movie from the get go is a bad idea.
Yeah.
I mean, even an animated movie, I don't think it'd work very
But are there any new thoughts now that you've
well,
seen
I
it?
mean,
A
I
couple
think as
more?
an animated movie, it would play off at least a little better.
well. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think it wouldn't get any popularity.
No, but at least it would be like, okay, if it was an animated movie, like a traditional cell animated movie, I think it would make sense more for that.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
The way that they were originally intending to do it.
Mm-hmm. But otherwise, are there any like new thoughts now that you've seen it, a second, third, or fourth time? Because
I think it's still a good time.
I'm glad you did.
Well, I'm glad.
It was Jesus.
I just have no
Christ.
words. Like it's just like I'm utterly speechless.
Yeah, again, like I was saying earlier, because Chris Stuckman, I always thought put it best. Like this is just a series of bad instincts
Yes.
from a film, and it's crazy to think because you've seen this guy make good movies before, and it's like where did
I
those
can see
instincts
why
go?
people. I can see why he's. I'm not particularly a fan of Tom Hooper, but I can see why.
It's so funny to hear.
What? I'm not. I'm just.
I know, but go ahead.
I'm just like. I mean, just like every even the way he directed Les Mis, like every single shot, almost every single shot was at some sort of a Dutch angle.
Yeah, it was.
And I'm like,
the cinematography. I wasn't.
Why?
Plus the extreme wide angle
Yes,
lenses.
it's
That was
just
a little off-putting.
that was one of the most that movie was just directed so just so many ugly shots were in that movie.
Yeah, overall.
And he
I
continued some of them in here, especially in the end where Judi Dench tells us that she is not a dog. She's a cat.
She is definitely not a dog.
that is the moral lesson of this movie. Cats are not dogs. And this is the part where Bill Murray just bursts in. Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria.
Yeah.
Actually, I do have a thought now.
That
What's
would have
that?
been, that would have been
please,
amazing.
now-
Please share.
This may be controversial,
Yes.
and it might land me in hot water, especially with you.
Well,
I'd
you
like
already
to
mentioned
see-
your thoughts on Hook,
Yeah.
so I can't imagine
I think Joel Schumacher would have been a great choice to direct this movie.
Actually, I'm inclined to agree with you.
Probably.
I know,
I'm
right?
not gonna lie, that's not
Probably.
a bad choice.
I could
Because you said the Dutch angle thing reminded me of Batman and Robin because it had a lot of Dutch angles, and I'm like,
Well, Joel
You know-
Schumacher is a good director.
well, yeah,
Was a good
was a
director.
good
Rest
director,
in peace, Joel
unfortunately.
Schumacher.
Yes.
Um,
I actually hear, I really don't like ragging on Batman and Robin or Batman Forever too much because Joel Schumacher really is like a
Yeah.
sweetheart, was a sweetheart of a man.
And oh my god, have you seen the special features of,
Yes.
of Batman and
Yes.
Robin? He apologizes
He
so
did.
much, and it's adorable.
Dude, I want to hug
So
you.
sweet.
Thank
But
you.
no, he should have done Cats.
That,
Well, he already did. Didn't he do Phantom of the Opera?
Well, yeah.
Didn't he do the Phantom of the Opera?
Oh, he
Yeah,
did, did
he
he?
did do Phantom of the Opera.
That's
Yeah.
right. I forgot
But
about that.
Phantom of the Opera is different than Cats. I think his style
It's
being
significantly
more
better.
surreal-
That's why.
I think his style would better fit Cats because he's just more surreal than I
Yeah.
think Phantom of the Opera needed.
And you know what?
That's a good point.
I bet he would have been like, fuck the CGI shit. Let's do costumes.
Yeah, let's put him in goofy costumes. Let's put him in the leotards and leg warmers.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
would have done. Yeah.
And you know what? Let's since we're a movie, let's actually play around with the sets
Right.
a little bit more.
Let's give a variety of locations.
Fucking bring Schumacher back from the
Like,
grave,
to make a Cats remake.
or just what? Let's just go back and let's just get into a DeLorean, you guys,
Yeah.
and instead of killing certain people, we go back
a lot
and
of people I'd want to kill.
oh Jesus. 2020 sucks, you guys. But yeah, we'll go back in time and be like, Tom Hooper's directing Cats. Fuck off, Joe Schumacher's taking
Get
over.
in here.
Get in here. This is gonna be your last hoorah, dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
Make it.
Be
It
like,
would have been
and
significantly better.
I'm sure he'll be like, I'm in retirement, guys. Like, Joel,
Please.
I'm here to tell you, as a Batman fan, you need to do this movie for us.
Yeah.
Okay. He's like, oh, you're a Batman fan? I'm so sorry. Like, dude, don't apologize. Just do this movie and we'll be square. I promise you. I'll even forgive the Bat credit card.
Yeah.
Because if that's what it takes to exercise this from my eyes, so fucking be it.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd love to see Joel Schumacher directed Cats.
wow. Okay, so that's. I
So
think
that's
that
Cats.
that was an episode, wasn't it? Yeah, guys, I'm still a little traumatized. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you went through. You got through it.
You got through. Yeah.
You got through it.
Jesus Christ.
and,
that was.
and he's gonna be paying your therapy bills. Nick's gonna pay your therapy bills.
Yeah, I got your therapy pill.
Yeah.
Therapy pills all good.
Therapy pills
Well.
and therapy bills.
Well, if
Therapy
I get
pills and bills.
well, if I get pills out of this, I guess it's kind of a win. So. All right, folks. Well, we'll be continuing Spooktober as always. We got another cool movie coming up for you next Friday. Gonna bring back Sean, and we're gonna do a really cool movie that I think you guys might relate a little bit too well, considering the quarantine. That's all I'm gonna say. But in the meantime, you guys can, click like, subscribe, share, do all those wonderful things, because let's really try to get this whole Comtrack train a rolling, if you will. So I hope you enjoyed this very surreal first episode of Spooktobers for this season. I've been Tim. It's been really great to have you guys on board.
Thanks for having us
Thanks
again.
for having us.
Yep. This has been an episode of Comtrack where you'll never have to watch a movie alone again. Peace.